We're in the building. Hey, Karen, can you bring that beat back, Karen? Can you bring that beat back?
Mouthpiece included.
TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN. Mouthpiece included. TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN. Mouthpiece included. TATN. TATN, TATN, better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN,
Mouthpiece included.
TATN,
Yes, sir.
TATN,
Better guard your grill, knuckle up.
Better guard your grill.
TATN,
Protect your neck.
TATN. Welcome to Mouthpiece Included. This is the pod where we talk about spolly tricks, spots, and poly tricks, and everything in between, located at the collapsible superposition. It only chooses a placement upon your observation. Ponder that. Welcome back to the show where myth meets media and the gridiron bleeds symbolism. Today's episode kicks off with a deep dive into the curious case, once again, Justin Fields, a quarterback caught in the crosshairs, criticism, scapegoated by pundits and fans alike. Is he truly underperforming? I think he got his balls out today. Is he truly underperforming or has become the NFL's favorite punching bag in a league that thrives on narrative over nuance? I mean, I watched Mac Jones throw for 9 yards in the first half today. I promise you won't hear one thing about that. You won't hear one word about it. Then we pivot to the hardwood shadows, exploring the underbelly of National Basketball Association history, where whispers of illegal gambling and mafia ties, we don't talk about those families. But Coach Stranoch, you're burying the lead, once threatened the integrity of the game. From point-shaving scandals to suspicious officiating, we're going to unpack how organized crime allegedly flirted with basketball's biggest stage and what remnants of that era still linger in today's sports culture as evidence of the most recent investigation by FBI Director Cash Patel, Cash, I don't know. Sounds like an illegal alien driving trucks through California. Next up, Bears versus Ravens. A brutal loss, yes. Was it symbolic? We're going to break down the game's emotional texture, the coaching decisions. I thought Coach BJ was severely outcoached today. And the media's reaction. Was this just another chapter in Chicago's long-suffering saga? Are we going to lose 9 more straight as we did last season? Is it going to be the coach's fault again? Or did it reveal something deeper about the team's identity crisis? Finally, we're going to preview the Bears at Bengals, a matchup that could either reignite hope or deepen despair. We'll look at the matchups, quarterback pressure points, and the mythic resonance of a Bear entering Bengal territory. So, buckle up. Buckle up. This episode blends sports, symbolism, and scandal like only we can here on TATN. So, whether you're here for sports, gaming, or political sharp turns, we've got your double dose of insight with just the right amount of edge. This ain't just commentary, it's clarity served with heat. Ready? Let's get our dirty air ones on and let's get to work. Hey, y'all, the panel's open. Anybody could pull up. The link's pinned in the comment chat. So if you do pull up and want to excrete your excrement, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. So stand down, stand back, stand by. or pull up. But if you do pull up, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Do us a favor, smash that like button, share, like, comment. Let's let the algorithm hit them. The views expressed in today's pod are those of the hosts, guests, not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. Big ups. Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes. It's going to be the 4th annual. It's a house music glamping fest. You can have them drop ship your trailer, your tents, all that can be set up for you. Some of the best DJs from the Midwest, the home of house music, I might say, Chicago. The Rack, as the young kids are calling it now. Great people. You know, one thing about the house music community, these people normally, you know, they have careers, they have jobs, they have stuff to lose, and they show up and show out. You know, everybody doesn't come out with the handout. It's, you know, generous people. So, and great music. So do pop out. And then big ups to Milz Aesthetics. If you find yourself in sunny Southern California and you're looking for a licensed, bonded, fully insured, copper colored, and someone who can do the anesthetics, aesthetics. I'm sorry, multicultural skin, body, and weight loss pro. Reach out to Tay Milz at www.taymilzaesthetics.com. If you need some swag, personalized swag on a shirt, reach out to Bella B. Bella B can be reached at designs365@gmail.com. Last but not least, Gym Recovery, Luther South's finest. You need a tow, you're on the South Side or Chicago area. Reach out to Jim's Recovery. He's got a brand new flatbed, top of the line. He won't drag your car all over the potholes. He can prevent Ray, Pookie, Dakota, and the Venezuelans from smashing, grabbing, stealing your identity when you decide, oh, I'm just going to leave my car out here in front of this factory near Simeon, and it should be okay all night. And then I'll come back in the morning and get it. And then expect your windows not smashed out. All right, reach out to Gym Recovery. Big ups, speaking of Simeon, big ups, Diesel. I see I shouldn't have changed my pick. You stayed steady with the Ravens and came out with a W, huh?
Yeah, you can't trust the Bears, man. You just can't trust them, and we about to get into it.
Can't trust it.
Yeah, can't trust. You can play public enemy right now.
Yeah, you can't trust them, especially when the other team's coming off a bye. Yeah, but like you said, we'll get into it. R.I.P. You guys, you older guys may not know this brother, T.H.F. Bezu. It's going over the internet. He's from Chicago. He's, you know, hangs out with OTF, one of Dirk's boys. Got the dreads. You probably seen him. He went on a couple of podcasts too, but he used to be trolling Melly. Rest his soul. But anyway, he was murdered on the west side of Chicago yesterday. So y'all keep y'all heads on a swivel in the great city of Chicago. It may be some get back.
Yeah, I'm aware of them. I'm aware of. You got to be kind of somewhat aware of that younger generation. That, you know, from the drill scene and so forth. So I'm aware of it. It's unfortunate. You know, I think any of those guys, if they make it to that age or around that age, you should consider getting out of the city because you're fortunate. And if you stay, it's just always a chance that, I mean, it can happen to us and you don't even have nothing to do with that type of stuff, but it could definitely happen to some of those guys if you stay in that same surrounding that you came up on and are fortunate enough to make it some years after. So.
Yeah, but he used to be over east on the low end. He was all the way on the west side. I guess they ain't far enough, huh?
Well,
they got him in the Lawndale area.
Yeah, but there's no boundary for where you can get got in this city. So
they see you, they follow you on the E-way, and you know what I mean?
They see you, somebody tell your location.
Yeah,
if somebody says, hey, I see so-and-so over here.
Yeah.
If they want you,
yeah,
they gonna come for you.
And the bag is on your head big enough. You know what I mean?
Whether you got a bag or not, if you are in that field,
Yeah.
there is enough people who at some point in time gonna come for you.
And by
So,
field, he means killing field. Bro, he had moved. I thought he was in Georgia somewhere, bro. I don't know if he was just back in Chicago for a
I
little
mean,
while or what.
he might have been,
Or moved
but
back.
you
Maybe
gonna
the money
always
dried up after Dirk got popped. You know
you
how
gonna
that go.
always come back home. And
Yeah. Yeah.
if you do, you gotta be smart and lucky. Because even if you're smart, even if you're moving correctly, if they want you and they come for you, they will come. So
And
you
they
gotta have
thirsty
some
enough,
luck. Yeah, and be
ready to
prepared that
crash out.
they're coming
Yeah.
for you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
I hear you.
unfortunate.
Yeah, they ready to crash out. And the youngins, y'all listen. And he basically was aware of it, man. He was upfront on how he was gonna go out. He knew what the lifestyle was, and he said he didn't want nobody to cry for him. He just said he wanted 20 bodies. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those dudes though, bro. You know how you look at these cats on the internet? He was one of the ones that, you know how when you grow up in the city, bro, you be like, oh, that dude ain't, you don't play with him. Yeah, I mean, if you're playing with him, you better make it obvious that you're just playing. He came off to me as one of those dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, uh,
Yeah.
yeah. You don't play with certain dudes, man. Like you said, they're in that field, that killing field. So,
Yeah, I mean,
rest.
refer to your local comrade there, Ice Cube. What did he say in one of the songs? They say the strong survive. Shit, even the strong how did the song go? On how to survive in South Central? They say
How
the
to
strong
survive in South
survive.
Central, place where
Shit,
busting a cat is fundamental.
even the strong die in South Central, something like that. So, but basically,
Yeah,
even the strong can get it. So,
yeah. All right. So the Dodgers evened up the series, man. They people are starting to listen to me when I say put Shohei in the middle relief since you're struggling
I
with
have
your
no interest
relievers.
in them. That World Series means nothing to me. I haven't
All right,
watched
that's
one.
fair. Means nothing to
One, I
me.
haven't watched 1 ounce of it
I haven't either.
because a quarter of your genes has been gradually changed to LA. Okay, whether it's the Lakers, you're influenced by the news and the coverage, so you got a quarter in your blood of them LA teams.
Well, I just hear people talking.
It means
Uh,
absolutely nothing to
I'm
me.
just discussing sports. You know what I mean? But they did the right thing, man. They left the starter out there for 9 innings instead of leaning on their analytics. The analytics says get him out after 5 innings. Don't matter if he's pitching a no hitter. Don't matter if he's throwing the best baseball ever. Get him out at 5 or
Their
6 innings.
bullpen sucks, and
Exactly.
so I
Ride your
mean,
starter. Right. Exactly,
you
bro.
ride them as long as humanly possible because
That's
there ain't
right.
no series after this.
That's right. You throw his arm out if you got to. You're damn right. All right. The GOAT. The GOAT of the NBA here, fella. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be quick on this one. You guys all
Mm-hmm.
know who the NBA GOAT is, and that's gonna be Michael Jeffrey Jordan for those of you who are playing stupid and want to pretend like you don't understand who the GOAT is. Well, he's come out from under his rock.
Mm-hmm.
They're allowing him to do his newscasting and his podcasting from home, bro. Michael Jeffrey Goat. So he's got a home studio. And so this is Mike. This is Mike. I do remember Mike saying, and I'll get your take after we run this short video, that they asked him, what do you want to do when you retire? He said, I just want to have a pot belly. He said it, bro. He said, I just want to lay on my ass and have a pot belly. And he's sure accomplishing that goal.
They can. But you know where that line come from? The line used to be in. We moved it out.
It'd be nice if this was on O Block, but we'll get there.
But you know where that line come from? The line used to be in. We moved it out. Right. How? What? Look at you. Yeah. You know.
Lucas, move back,
See
buddy.
the center circle?
Move back.
You remember the center circle? They didn't have it. Wilt Chamberlain used to take a drive, take off, and lay up. That was the free throw.
Wilton Newton.
So now you can't start the shot outside the center circle, and you can't break this line until it hits the rim.
He was pushing the line on his free throws. It's like
Yeah.
something Belichick would do.
Leaning forward.
He was jumping.
It was making it almost a layup. Yeah.
Yeah. He probably shot 95% from the line, and his real free throw percentage was 30.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. First off, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, he said that was the most nervous he's been, as nervous as he's been at any point in his life shooting that free throw. He said he hadn't touched the ball in forever.
In a couple of years.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
and that video clip I believe is from like a couple of years ago when he touched the ball, and then there's people saying he was lying and capping and
Shams, whatever his name is.
But you know, all that does is give all of these different ex-players, podcasters, news segments a chance to critique and talk about what he's doing. So yeah, I mean, if they let him stay at home, we got that kind of juice. So
yeah, well, we got a video to run. We're gonna do our JF1 watch. I'm glad you're here, but before we get to the JF1 watch, we want to talk about the slave owner here and his comments. I call him Uddy Johnson because they're not getting any W's. Big ups to air quotes on this one. Just listen to what he has to say. The more I listen to it, I'm like, okay, it could be taken one way or the other. But I want to hear your take on this. Woody Johnson, owner of the Jets.
Well, it looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that he got. You know, I mean, he has the ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently, at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do for the remainder of the season.
So what gives you hope then? What gives you hope?
I just think defense, special teams are doing better. The defense is pretty good. If we can just complete a pass, it would look good. You got to complete some passes. You got to convince them that you can do something.
About Justin, clearly he does not want to play, but does that impact your?
What made you say? Did he say that?
Well, he was very critical of him. So
what did he say?
He said he couldn't complete a pass.
Did that say he doesn't like the quarterback?
He said,
Did that say does quarterback's not playing?
No, but I'm
No.
asking you.
Well, I said before that Woody puts that in my hand as far as who plays, and I don't see that changing.
I'll tell you what, he's a smart ass mooly to be 0-7 at the time of his interview, but
He trusted me to make that decision. Again, he made a comment, and he has every right to his comment. And again, that comment was actually said by a number of guys, including our quarterback, as far as the efficiency of how we play. And we're not going to fight that. We understand that. We have to get better. We do. But I don't think there's anywhere in that comment where he said he doesn't like Justin. I don't think there's anywhere in that comment where he says that Justin's just, I don't think so. Yes, is he upset that, we haven't completed a pass as far as what you just said he said? I didn't even read it, so I don't know. That's what he says. But overall, we're on the same page when it comes to that.
What's your confidence level in Justin?
I have all the confidence in the world in Justin. I have all the confidence in the world in Tyrod. I have all the confidence in the world in Brady. He's a rookie and he still has to improve as far as how we're doing things, but I have all the confidence in the world in those guys. And the reason why I have confidence, because I have confidence in the coaching staff also, be to help those guys navigate through what they're going through.
So what's your comment on the slave owner's statement and then the slave's rebuttal to the statement, so to speak?
Those are your terms, not mine.
Yeah, so to speak. I said so to speak.
The owner, to me, those are comments that he should have kept in-house, like amongst his executives or management and coaching, not something that you say to the press. And if you did say it to the press, you certainly wanted to word it differently. So when you use words like jiving, that's a context that can be led to, why would you say that term? Yeah. Well, referring to black folks. So he could have said not clicking as opposed to jiving. And he could have said the offense, particularly we need more out of the quarterback position or
correct.
Or
he said the guy can't complete a pass.
Well, he said we haven't. Yeah. Well, he's like, if we can complete some passes, so I just think he could have worded it different to bring way less scrutiny on him making those statements. And I honestly would have kept it in house. I just would have been like, hey, our offense got to play better. Our defense didn't 13 points in 2 games and we didn't win either one of them, our offense certainly needs to play better. That's what I would have left it at if I'm talking to the press. But I wouldn't have went in and made those specific comments like he did, because that can actually ruin. I mean, if you think Fields was feeling bad, but after that game, I know he was probably like, God, dog, after those comments that he heard. So, that can really ruin a person's mental capacity for the remainder of their career. Yeah.
And how did you feel of the slaves in this scenario here? Response to the owner coming out there, the field
coach,
slave out there.
the coach. Yeah, those are your terms, not mine.
The field coach. Yeah.
No, so the coach is backing his players as much as he can, and I say this: the owner, to me, believes in that coach, because he could have easily said, the coach, I don't know what the hell they're doing, the coaching staff, in regards to the offense, but but he didn't. He believes in him.
Yeah, that was his way of supporting the coach.
Well, I mean,
he was supporting the coach. That's what he thought.
Well,
he was throwing JF1 under the bus.
No, he threw him under the bus anyway. So that was like, so yeah, he believing in the coach and basically saying it's the quarterback's fault.
You haven't had a quarterback since Joe Willie Namath.
No, they've had a couple since then. They just didn't
name a one. Aaron Rodgers?
No, I believe Chad Pennington. Yeah, he took him to like the AFC Championship game. But he wasn't the type to last a regular full NFL career. He got hurt.
Drop dead gorgeous.
And then they've drafted like some high quarterbacks that just
didn't pan out.
Didn't work out. Didn't work out for whatever reason. So I wish he would have kept them comments to himself, and the coaching staff. I mean, they played today, and Fields wouldn't have started if Taylor wasn't hurt. But he started and he played decent. They ran the ball well, which helped.
Justin Fields watch. Yeah, and you guys be on his ass.
Yeah, I'm stay on his ass. I still believe
he came out there. He came out there, threw for 244 yards, and then your nail painting generational quarterback once again came out there in garbage time and ran up his stats, and then came out in the post game conference delusional again. And we'll get to him later.
Yeah. So why are you trying to jump the gun? So you're gonna force me to get on Fields' ass? Okay,
Nobody's trying to avoid you to do nothing.
I'm trying to avoid that. I don't care about his damn stats.
Well, of course you don't. You cared about him. You cared about him last week.
No, because he had none. He had nothing.
He's got stats this week. They won the ball game. He brought them.
Did you not hear me say?
He brought them back in the fourth quarter. The narrative is he can't win games. They were down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. He brought them back. He
against
had
the defensive-less Bengals, but okay, go ahead. Their defense is garbage, but
they're the defensive-less Jets. And before today, the Ravens' defense was garbage. True, they were the worst defense in the league.
We'll get to them later. Why you keep comparing? We talking about Fields.
Yeah,
we talking about Fields. So let's talk about Fields.
All right.
I still don't
23 points in the fourth quarter. Do you see that?
Yeah, and it wasn't all him. Look at the rush stats. Go to the rush stats. Ooh, Breece Hall, 133.
Right.
18 carries, 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Fields,
Isaiah Davis, 65 yards.
Yes.
But let's go to the team stats. They had a balanced attack. They had 248 yards passing, 254 yards rushing.
They ran for more than they passed. That is outstanding running.
So the guy can't do anything good.
No, I said
he gets no credit. He gets all the blame and no credit.
He had a decent game. It doesn't change my opinion of him one bit.
He had no turnovers.
To me, he's a career backup, if that. If that. if he stays in the league long enough
Well,
to
I got him lined up
get a
potentially
backup
for
contract.
quarterback of the week. I'm going to see how the rest of the week pans out. He may be quarterback of the week.
I bet you would have him. You'd have him if he threw 3 interceptions today. You'd still have him, right? So that doesn't change my mentality one way or the other.
He's a punching bag.
He's the same person who I thought he was. It
He's
doesn't change.
He's under a microscope because people have pigeonholed him.
He's doing
and rather
this
than say
to
they were wrong, they wait
instead
for
of
a
you
couple.
saying he doing it to himself. You look for whatever little thing that he does good,
Yeah.
and you make it into a tremendous mountain out of a little bitty molehill. Except he's got way more bad than he's done good. Did he play good today? Yes, he played.
He had a 100 quarterback rating today.
He played well today.
1, 2, 3. He had 4 games with over 100 rating, and he's had 1, 2, 3 games with below 100 rating.
And what is
That's
that?
what you get out of Justin Fields.
What does that tell you? That if he's had this big super high rating, why is it that everybody everywhere he goes they want to get rid of him? Why?
Because he's the punching bag of the NFL.
No, bro.
He's NFL's punching bag.
No.
You know what I mean? You can't blame him for all these losses.
Hey, this ain't that network. He ain't that quarterback. That's what that is.
I mean, the guy's got 845 passing yards, 4 touchdown passes, and a 91 rating.
So what? That's
the season.
That doesn't. Have you watched his games?
What do you mean?
That if you watch his games, you will know
he balled out against the Steelers. I saw that game. That was the first game. He balled out.
He balled out one game. He played good today.
Yeah. He balled out against the Dolphins.
That's how many games. Wait a minute. No. Don't talk about the Dolphins. That's 2 games that he's played really well.
He balled out against the Cowboys.
Every other game.
And he balled out against the Bengals.
He didn't ball out against none of them. No, all that's wash. All of that's carryover. It wasn't nothing. No, I'm telling you, he had 2 good games all season. 2 out of 7, right?
Yeah.
They got the first win today. So he's had 2 good games out of 7. That ain't cutting it in this league, bro. Especially for somebody like him who needed a fresh start with a fresh new team. Nah, bro. He is who he thought. He is who I thought he was. You just ain't. It's hard for you. A tough pill for you to swallow.
Well, because you guys, you don't consider what you're not considering is his rushing yards. That has to be considered. All you guys do is narrowly look at the passing
rushing yards today. He didn't hardly have any.
Yeah, but I'm saying season-wise, you gotta look at it, and you gotta take it holistically. He's on pace for over 1,000 yards rushing.
I've always said he's the best running quarterback right now for the past 3 years. However, he hadn't been doing that lately, running, right? So, no, his rush yard didn't make him an H-back. Make him an H-back, a wing back, But quarterback, no.
You guys are just gonna hate on Justin Fields, which is fine. It's your prerogative. You know what I mean? It's your prerogative. But nobody talks about his rushing stats. They look at it like it's bad. But when I watch these pink quarterbacks do it, oh, it's so smart. That's a smart run he did.
Yeah. You always and he honestly, bro, his reading defenses is like, I don't think he can read them. And then not even so much that, but some of the same things when he was here where the guy is open and he's right there and he just won't throw the ball. So, and if you go and look at his sacks he's taken, he's held the ball like longer than like any quarterback in the league. So he's had time and he just don't. The guy who's holding the ball longest this year is Nails. No, Nails does that too, but Fields is like right up there with holding the ball to him. Okay, all right. We're gonna keep our eye on Justin Fields. He got his first W of the season.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got a W. Congratulations.
Bounce
You
back after a bad
won in
game, and it
7.
happens. Josh Allen had 60 yards in the first half this game. He's drop dead gorgeous. He's an MVP quarterback. Nobody's on his ass.
I mean, I criticize him all the time when it's
Yeah.
due.
You know what I mean? All right. And then this goes back to what we covered last week, Tizo. And you know, I just wanted to get some more evidence for anybody who says, he's just race baiting. Because you like to, you know, insinuate that too.
You
Drew
do that
Dalman,
a lot, bro. You do that a lot.
Yeah, I got my race card, damn it.
Yeah,
Drew, and I'm proud of it. Drew's I'm not ashamed.
Johnsy, on the other side of the ball.
Drew Dalman, because I don't know what's in their hearts. Drew Dalman snaps ball to himself last week. We came on the show and talked about it. Listen to our local media's coverage. They got Cole Kmet jerseys sitting right there. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. And he's a bum.
And Johnsy, on the other side of the ball, the weirdest play of the game was that botched snap with Dalman.
Yeah, Drew Dalman, talked to him in the locker room, and he is blaming himself for.
He blames himself, and we're
like
paying
we
this guy.
did. We knew it was his fault.
Yeah, he snapped it to himself. He's blaming himself like we did, and we brought him in here. We're paying him all this money. They won't mention nothing about him stealing money or not being prepared, not practicing, nothing.
For everything. He was on the second one, right? It would be the second one where he snapped the ball and got lucky with the false start, right? Or he snapped it to himself. I'm forgetting them because there was a few.
Yeah, you forgetting.
In a row there, but or felt like there was a few for Drew Dalman, but he was blaming himself for being on the wrong cadence and everybody else being on the right cadence. So you like to hear that from your veteran leader, from your high-priced center. It's not good. Obviously, something is off. Maybe there's something more to this, but
they just said it, didn't they? And which we said last week. Everybody else was on the right cadence. You know what I mean? Everybody else is on it. That's proof right there that he was the only one wrong. And they said it, but they just can't. And we're gonna let it go.
Drew Dalman, being the professional that he is, he fell on the sword for everybody. He told us in the locker room that he was on the wrong cadence on that snap to himself when everybody else was
Now he's falling on a sword for everyone. Now he's a hero.
On the right cadence.
Johns, you're a veteran. You've been doing this for a long time. Do you think that is Drew Dalman falling on the sword for his quarterback, or do you think that he's really saying it's his fault?
My instincts want to tell me that it's a veteran player stepping. Well, it's a veteran center protecting his quarterback.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Now Braggs over there, he don't want to be a part of none of this. There's certain times when they be running narratives, he don't say nothing. And he's very outspoken.
That's what's happening here. We saw other false starts.
But silence is violence, Greg Braggs.
Theo Benedict had one. The tight ends had a couple more. And I do think this is a lot of players trying to get on the same page, trying to get a read on the cadence, trying to get a jump on their own cadence to get a good, break off the ball. And they're just not getting it for whatever reason. So that's what my instincts tell me. But I also want to trust Drew Dalman in this. So maybe there was a combination of both. Maybe there's more here than Dalman wanted to reveal. He didn't want to go too far into it,
I'm
but
sick of hearing him talk.
that's what my instincts tell me. You have a veteran center protecting his young quarterback on and off.
Veteran center protecting
I bet he didn't want to go too far into it.
That's a cap. That's a fucking cap. We seen with our own eyes what happened. Okay,
he didn't let the ball go.
We seen it.
Yeah.
So if he's saying, oh well, blah 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 blah. If he said that was on me, then accept it as that. And that was on him. And then you criticize and crucify him.
Period.
Because we seen it with our eyes. Now, if it had been something where Caleb, it looked like it was his fault, we'd have been on him. But it didn't. It looked like it was dead on his ass.
Because everybody else was going.
Yes. So I'm not trying to hear that stuff. I ain't trying to hear it. And you know who this – now, look, I broke this game down into as far as percentage of reason for the loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on before you get there. We're talking about this is just that was last week's game.
Right, but I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the percentage that I give.
All right. Well, save it though.
Okay.
Yeah, save it. We're gonna get there. And
I know you don't want to false start today, and he got taken out of the field, and you saw him going to the sidelines. And I've never seen Cole
They talking about Cole
start today, and he got taken out of the field, and you saw him going to the sidelines. And I've never seen Cole basically talking to the coaches over like, what do
You never seen Cole throw a white boy tantrum.
You know, explaining like why he did what he did.
But on that one, he was the only one that moved.
Right.
You know, so only
one that moved.
It's been confusing. It continues to be confusing. I'm sure the head coaches continue to be baffled by.
He was the only Cole. Once again, Cole Kmet was the only one that moved. He's got the gall to come off the field arguing with the coaching staff and everybody because they trying to get in his ass for the pre-snap. He's a veteran, and they're confused.
And it leads me to my percentage for the game today.
All right, go ahead with your percentage.
And so I give 65% of that blame on that loss to Caleb Williams, and the rest of that blame goes to the coaching staff.
Play call.
And when I say the coaching staff, it's part of the play calling, and not having your players prepared. Any of these like false starts, not on the line of scrimmage or lined up offsides. That's from your head coaches.
That's coaching. They can't figure out Caleb's cadence. That's coaching.
That's not getting them disciplined to be ready to play. Right? So that's on the coaching. The play calling, a big part on the coaching. I can't understand like why you go your first two drives, you're mixing in the run real good, and then the third drive, you just alienate it. The minute you get behind, then you think that you got to just start passing.
I can't understand why your running back, your starter, is balling his ass off, and you decide this week you want to have all your packages set up for Kyle Monangai, and they were stuffing his ass, and that hurt the momentum. You do it like you did. Soften them up with Swift, and then start bringing Monangai.
They were switching them up. And again, the first two drives, they were switching up, and it was effective. It was effective play calling, mixing in with what you were doing. But it's like the minute after them first two drives, Ben Johnson goes into this other shit, and then I'm gonna get on Caleb's ass.
All right, hold on. All right, we're getting there. All right, but this is probably what led to it. I don't know if you saw this video. They're calling it a Snickers commercial. TJ and the Butch. TJ and the Stud, TJ and the Stud. This is before the game. So what you know is the Ravens, before this week, had taken out, after last week's loss, 2 weeks loss because they had a bye, they took out all the games of their locker room. So they, you got pool tables, all this and that, video games. And it was in there because they were winning 12 games every season. They needed something to take their mind off of it. You win and you get privileges. So boss, the overseer, the warden took away their privileges, but it was the players who said, man, we got to get all this stuff out of the locker room. Now, here go the Yappy Bears, allegedly, a Snickers commercial, and I guess they weren't trolling. To your point about coaching, these are these guys here.
What is? You know what I do? Watch the spin. Where you at? Come on. Hey! You better start charging, my boy.
Easy, bro. Okay. So, what's your take on that? Trolling the Ravens?
My take is, if they're trolling the Ravens by doing that, get out there and be stretching and get in there with the strength and condition. I know they do that generally anyway, but a lot of y'all getting hurt. So I think it's more constructive things that you could be putting on video other than you shooting hoops and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're having a lot of Penix injuries. I've never seen a team to have so many groin.
All your top three cornerbacks out. You losing defensive linemen left and right. That Ravens team was right for a beating. They are not all of that. Trust me, they were not all of that. The Bears gave them that fucking game. They gave them the game.
Man, we'd have lost 50-10 if they had Ray Jackson.
We probably would have played different. They probably would have had more aggressive calling. So
Well, we'll get into it. Look, we were
There ain't
depleted.
no delaying. What are we delaying for?
Well, we were
That's what we're here for. Let's get into it.
we were depleted, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We're not that
I know
depleted.
I know you
we
don't
depleted,
I
but
know
not
you
that
don't care
depleted.
about players. You think they don't matter.
No, they
But
do matter.
yeah.
It's just that I'll put it to you this way. The scheme, what I was saying was the scheme of how his defense looked at the start of the season. It wasn't lining up like that. They lined up the same way today, right? It's still the same that they've been doing
and
the
it didn't work.
past few weeks. It didn't work, but they
That dude
looked,
was 11 for 12. He was out there looking like Tom
but
Brady.
they looked the same as the past few weeks.
But the results is what I'm talking about.
It may not have been, but it wasn't working even in the first few weeks doing something different. It didn't look like that.
All right.
That's what I was saying.
So look, our predictions before this week. I came into the week. Well, it doesn't matter. Right now, Ace is 4-3. I'm 4-3. Diesel is 2-5. This is after this week. Hink is 1-2. I originally picked the Ravens to win. My spidey senses was tingling. I had the Ravens 28, Bears 24, but then I updated it yesterday after I found out Ravens Jackson wasn't playing, and I said Bears 28, Ravens 21. Wish I hadn't done that. Hink said Ravens 24, Bears 28. Diesel said Ravens 32, Bears 21. All right, you got kind of close. And Ace said Ravens 28, Bears 31. Big ups to Ace. He's at the game too. He was at the game too. He's got to stop going. He goes to the games and we can counter the L.
Already, just tear up your bet slip if you took the Bears.
You know what I'm saying? We get this showing up, stinging the place up, Ace. All right. All right. But go ahead. You just want to jump right into it.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear Nails talk. I don't
want to hear his ass talking because I'm
all his fingernails were pink today.
Just about
all
done.
10 of them were pink.
I'm just about done with him.
I
told you I wasn't giving
let's give him a close up for this.
I wasn't giving him a long leash. So I want to see another person get a shot in this offense. Because his deficiencies, he'll do stuff, enough stuff to make you go, there's hope. But in the end, he's leaning on the dark side of the force. So I
hold it right there. I want to hear this tape. Ace said Caleb played terrible. He's in agreement with you. He said JF1 got a win, a tough win on the road. So he's in disagreement. He went out there and went on the road, and you're still criticizing him.
No. I'm not. No. I'm criticizing him overall, not for the day's game. So one game makes your opinion.
And lastly, Ace said, "We've never heard you criticize Josh Allen when you said you've criticized Josh Allen."
I criticize everybody if they doing bad. Remember, I told you Josh Allen seems like he be running more than he be passing. As I said, he's like he been running more and doing more stuff running the ball than he does passing. Yeah. I criticized them all.
All right, well, go ahead with your take on generational. We got to move off Justin Field. We got to move off Justin Field. We got to win on this guy's rookie deal. Go ahead. I want to hear what you're saying.
I want them to try somebody else in that offense because I think his inconsistencies. I don't think that he'll inevitably change where he's inconsistent.
Wait a minute. You said when me and Ace suggested, you can have another quarterback in here and sit this guy down until he learns how to play pro football. You said you can't do that. But now you're telling me you can sit this guy down after
that's not true. I was saying when he was playing bad the first couple of games, I was saying, why don't you put Bilbo in there to see if he can play in this offense?
No, what I'm saying, you're misunderstanding. We were saying I would have started, for instance, Justin Fields and had this guy holding the clipboard. Okay. No. All right, fill in any name. It didn't have to be Justin. And you said you can't draft a quarterback number 1 overall and sit him down. And I'm going to say you can't draft a generational quarterback number 1 and put in Bilbo Bajan. You can't do that.
If that's how you feel, I'm telling you how I feel. I'm saying I want to see
Let's give a close-up,
somebody
Karen. I
else.
want to see his Michelin
I want to
lips.
see somebody else be under that center and try out as the quarterback, because I think his deficiencies are not going to change anytime soon. And his deficiencies mainly are again,
Between his ears.
he'll give you a glimpse of hope that, hey man, hey, he's to the point now where even when he scrambles, and that used to be when he can make exciting plays, he ain't even making plays when he scrambles.
No.
As far as throwing the
Came
ball.
and then came out there and told the league he's struggling with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody even knew it until he said it.
He does not throw with the anticipation like I like a quarterback to do. And what I mean by that,
well, when I scouted him and when I saw his highlights, I said he looks like a Justin Fields who runs less good but throws better. But I said he's going to have the same issues that Justin has. He was holding that ball, and he was holding it.
You still can figure out, hey, can we develop this guy? Like I said, you got quarterbacks who just came in with big arms, but then they started throwing
Josh
with
Allen,
touch.
they developed him.
Yeah, throwing with touch and doing certain things.
But Josh wasn't full of himself between his ears.
But I just think he's weird in his head, right? I don't think he's full of himself. I think he's just weird like that for whatever reason. But I'm to the point now where I would like to see somebody else, because I think his deficiencies are too overwhelming to outweigh his good. I mean, think about it, bro.
Yeah.
The last couple of games, how many
He reminds
points
me
did
of
we
a mix
score?
between Trubisky and Justin Fields. Is that fair comparison? If Trubisky and Justin Fields had a baby.
Trubisky and Cutler.
Had a baby,
Because
you get this guy.
Trubisky could scramble.
Uh-huh.
And if you throw in Cutler's strong arm, and Cutler didn't throw with anticipation either, you would get somebody like this guy.
But Cutler could read defenses better than this guy.
He could read better. It's just he wasn't always on time with the ball because he wasn't throwing with anticipation. He'd rather you get open and bullet the ball.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And
you had to be wide open for Cuddy to let it go.
Look, this dude, he throws the ball so inaccurate half of the time. Not all the time. Half of the time. He's totally inaccurate. And you like, man, if your receiver ain't like a 7-foot tall dude from Madden that you created, they ain't got a chance at catching it. The play
son of a bitch is hitting the check down on 3rd and long, but he won't hit it on 1st and 10.
He's always looking like man, is there something down the field?
Yeah.
No, you got
no. Is roam downfield. So I've got people not even on our thread, other people on the other thread, like, man, all he's doing is looking for roam. And I've been saying that for 2 years now.
Yeah, he does. The play he threw the interception. Rome was open if you throw it with anticipation.
And Rome was open. It was one-on-one. Rome was open.
He gonna wait all day and then throw that ball, and then it gets picked.
And Mununga was wide open right there to the right. Would have got a first down.
I didn't even see him. I'll probably see it on when I watch the week tape.
Was wide open. But he's staring at Rome.
That's why I'm to the point where I told you,
I would trade Rome.
I don't even want to get. No, you can't trade him. He catching the ball too much. There's some things I don't like about his game.
Like when he missed that ball on the sideline, he got to catch that.
Some things I don't like about his game, but he
don't get a lot of yak.
He's like a solid number 2 receiver to me.
He don't get a lot of yak.
Caleb makes him a 1 because he don't throw to no damn body else. But I wouldn't mind seeing Bilbo start a home game. I wouldn't start him on the road, but start a home game with him, right?
Just to shake up Caleb's ego.
Man, yeah. And he may not can throw a deep ball consistently, but Caleb never throws deep balls. When have we seen a deep ball this completed? In the last 3-4 games. I don't really recall one unless it was a Doomsday wide open against the Cowboys.
Well, Ace saw the all 22 because he was sitting there at the game today. So he's looking at the whole game. He said, I think Caleb is on the spectrum. He said, if he is watching film and can't figure out how to put some touch on the ball or stop staring at his buddy, then something is wrong with him.
I've been saying we both been saying that, like, hey man, you need to put some touch on the ball on some of these passes because every play doesn't need you to bullet the ball.
Like the
And
one
he
when he missed DJ Moore on that big third down. He
He
threw that damn ball so hard it wasn't even necessary, and that's why he missed him.
he won't. And again, I think it's because he looks and sees the person, and instead of throwing with anticipation, he sees him and thinks he can take longer than he
I
needs
see
to
what you're
and
saying,
bullets
and
the
then
ball.
use his strong arm and bullet it in there.
Yeah, it's like
it works in college and high school, but it's probably not going to work on this
we
level.
as Bears fans in an organization, and I consider the fans and stuff who go through what we go through part of the organization. We ain't got time for that shit. We ain't got time for this cocksucker to be standing up there.
But Courtney Cronin, this season is all about Caleb Williams, and last season is all about no. Every season is about the Chicago Bears.
He's proved enough to me that I want somebody else. That's why I asked that question last week. If you think he started Bilbo this week, would we have blown him out? And everybody said yes.
You ready to move off of him?
I want to at least.
If you're moving off him, then you need to move off the GM right this minute. If this guy can't start, then Brian Pohl should be out on the first boat with him.
I said that when we talked and they gave him that extension pose.
Yeah.
I said, look, if this dude don't cut it as the starter, Pohl's got to go. He got to go. Because that means he didn't do his homework, and the other quarterbacks that were in that draft.
He didn't do his homework. He didn't bring none of them in.
That's my whole point, bro. Maybe so look, and this is me saying I don't know him like that, don't know what he's doing in the offseason. Maybe he scouted them, and in his mind, they couldn't do the job that this guy could, right? Maybe that's what he thought, right?
Well,
but if he's wrong, like he's projecting to be, he got to go with it.
He didn't even take calls from other teams wanting to buy that pick from us. He didn't even, ain't nothing you can offer. But wait a minute, ain't nothing you can, ain't nothing,
Yeah, he should be hit with a dummy stick for not even interviewing. We said that.
That's your job.
When it came out that he didn't interview nobody else or talk to,
he let all the GMs know that he wasn't trading that pick. Dumb. Bro, look what look what Dallas just got for you know what I mean? We could have got, bro, they was willing to give up everything for this guy, bro. And then we could have had some other team dealing with this shit.
I want them to give and so, there's steps to this, right? So I figure if you let Bilbo start a game or two, and again, only start him at a home game. You can't just start somebody like that out on the road.
At the Bengals, yeah.
But let him start a home game. And then maybe it'll get some change.
That Giants, November 9th, the Giants game.
Yeah, and you see now Scatterboo's out, so that game's very winnable. And did you see his injury, by the way?
I ain't see it yet.
Oh, watch
I've had ankle problems.
You can pull it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but I've had ankle problems. I ain't trying to look at it.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, it was one of them when Robin Ventura slid in the home and his ankle turned one way.
Yeah, you said Joe Theismann.
When his ankle bent from LT sacking him.
So you're saying if you're starting him in the Giants game, if he wins that game, you're giving him a nod on the road at the Vikings?
Yes. Because I think, it's just me, I think because the Vikings is nothing but blitz happy, right? That's what all the Ravens started off doing. And then eventually Ben Johnson started calling some draws and some delayed screens.
What's wrong with Caleb, though? They were bringing the blitz right up the middle in his face, and he didn't even see the guy. He don't have a peripheral vision when he's staring at Rome. Got to get the ball to Rome. Somebody's coming.
That's why I say Bilbo, to me, can handle blitzes better. He may not have the escapability of Caleb.
But he don't have the tunnel vision.
Right, but as far as I'm going to get the right ball to the right person because I know
the
coming.
system.
Yeah, that's what
So if he wins, you saying if he wins in the Giants, you start him at the Vikings. If he win at the Vikings, we got a full-fledged quarterback controversy because then you're starting him at home against the Steelers.
Yeah. Now the only problem with that is this Bengals game coming up. So if Caleb happens to ball out against the Bengals,
that's gonna buy him some time.
Yeah, and the Ravens defense is sorry. Any other better than average quarterback would have whooped him today.
Yeah, but they got healthy and they balled last week. They balled 2 weeks ago. That's what I was trying to tell you and Ace when y'all was in here shitting on their defense. They still the Ravens at the end of the day. You saw Roquan running around there? You saw Roquan? You saw Roquan running around there?
They not nothing, bro. I'm telling you.
So you just...
I've been watching them all season. Even when they had Lamar, it was a shootout.
Listen, if they can't develop... You're telling me Bilbo... Ain't no way. We got Eagles, Packers. Damn.
Here's what I'm saying. If Caleb shits the bed against the Bengals, but we don't score over 20-something points, that's mainly due to the offense. And we're gonna have to score, yes. And we're gonna have to score over 20-something points to beat these guys because Flacco then reignited the offense.
Yeah.
Right? So if he shits the bed, there's nothing wrong with starting Bill. Hey, we're gonna let you take this week off.
You sound like Carm on CHGO. He's been saying Bilbo, and Hugo been saying Bilbo forever too.
It's not just that it's Bilbo. I'd rather give somebody else a chance. The same way I was with the run game. Let another running back. Let's see what they can do. Right. So it's the same thing. If he keeps struggling, we're not in that bad of a position. So maybe
he looked good at garbage time. He ended up on almost 300 yards, and all of this is going to go a long way with his ego. I'm not saying with you.
He calmed down even when the game was still within reach and we were down 7, but we couldn't stop them. He was starting, but again, the play calling had got a little bit better. They were calling delayed draws. They were calling delayed screens, which stopped their aggressive blitz. But yeah, bro, I'm telling you, his deficiencies that I see, I don't believe they can be fixed unless you're gonna have to shake him up to the point where he's gonna be like, okay, these guys ain't playing.
Caleb, let's look at his season stats. This is now. I know you don't like me bringing up Justin, but what I'm saying, bro, the same thing I'm saying about Caleb, 86.6 rating against the Vikings. 91.9 against the Lions, 142 the Cowboys. Everybody says their defense sucks. 73.3 against the Raiders. No excuse for that. 59% completion percentage. 98 rating against the Commanders. Okay, we won. 58% completion percentage. 61.7%, 57. I hear you, man. I hear you. We've been winning because we've been getting all those turnovers. And his rating was only 77.2, man. This ain't it. His regular season completion percentage is lower than JF1's. His yards, he's got more, obviously, but he don't have the rushing yards to cover that. And he's 92.9. What all the JF1 people are saying, Diesel, is we hoped it didn't come to this, man. You know, had we had Drake May, had we got Jaden Daniels, you wouldn't be hearing none of this from me. And this is all me and Ace was saying. That not saying you necessarily wanted this guy, but to move off of him, there was a chance that Ryan Poles was going to pick the wrong son of a bitch. And with the luck the Bears have had, we could have just moved down, got the draft picks, right? Brought in some talent, and then use your quarterback as the cherry on the top. And then we could have probably gotten a quarterback in the second round, 12 overall, like Mahomes. We could have got a quarterback around there, brought him in. They don't have that much pressure on them. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't telling them how great they are. They don't have this massive ego. They got a chip on their shoulder because they feel like they should have been drafted higher, and you draft this nail-painting pussy before me. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, bro.
Right.
This is how sports work. And then we could have brought in a dog at the quarterback position, like a Jalen Hurts, anybody like that. That's all we were saying. We weren't necessarily saying Justin is going to be a Pro Bowler. You know, we were just saying that stay the course, you know, get him some talent around him, And if he doesn't work out, we'd have had enough draft capital and cachet to then go out and get a real quarterback. This is all we were saying.
Well, and my way of thinking was, okay, we got the first pick in the draft. That's when you get your quarterback. I had seen enough from Fields to say that ain't the answer, right?
Right.
So
I feel that.
It all falls to Poles for drafting the wrong damn person
Without doing any due
and not
diligence.
doing no homework.
That's fucking ridiculous.
They get paid to do that. They got every day of the year to evaluate, scout people, have people go and scout those people, evaluate how what they do equates to the NFL and how it will project in the NFL.
Bro, if I was a team owner and you're the GM and other GMs are like, man, we were calling Diesel and he was hanging up on us. You know, we was just trying to make an offer for that first round pick. He wouldn't even listen to us. That's crazy.
Look, a good GM always says, hey, man, we listen to all offers.
Man.
We listen to anything.
That's what Cross was saying.
He used to say that, except for, I think, Jordan.
That was it.
The only person. But outside of that,
all of them was on the table.
Any other person, you will
it was
listen.
It was on the
we'll
table.
Listen. We'll listen. And you'd be an idiot not to. I guarantee you, when Ditka drafted Ricky Williams, I forget
who came out there with which one of them wore the wedding
first
dress?
pick in the draft that year?
Yeah, I would have cut him when he came out there in the wedding dress.
Who had the first pick that year?
I can't remember.
I don't know what team, but he went to them and offered the whole draft.
Didn't he?
He like the first 6 picks or 7 picks.
Yeah, they changed the rules after that
and traded for him. Herschel Walker. When the Cowboys had
won 3 Super Bowls. And that's what the Justin guy. But that's what the Justin guys were saying. Take the haul because there's a 50% chance. I remember Ace saying it specifically. There's a 50% chance that you're going to get the wrong guy. And the Bears have a history. We have a history of getting the wrong guy at quarterback. You know? We got McMahon. He wasn't number 1 overall. You got it. Pat Mahomes, Brady, all your best quarterbacks who are truly the best, bro. They weren't number 1 overall, except for, okay, you can say Elway, you can throw him in there on a flyer, and you can throw Peyton Manning in there. But, bro, you might as well go play the lottery. You might as well go buy a scratcher, give them $20 of your money for a scratcher.
I didn't care if the Bears moved off the first pick. I just said, wherever you move in the first round, you better get a quarterback. That's what I was saying. I didn't care if they moved off the first pick. But I knew the way the NFL is, if you got the first pick and you draft a quarterback, he's going to play. That's just they unspoken rule right now.
Then that's why you moved down.
But that's what I was saying. If they move down, I don't care if they move down. You can get a quarterback. You can still keep Fields for that last year, whatever. I didn't care
Green
about
Bay.
that.
They're not taking quarterbacks number 1 overall, but yet they always got a damn Pro Bowl quarterback beating the brakes off.
Get a decent one, a good one.
And because they developing them.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with the defense. You already mentioned it. What's your take on our defensive performance this game?
It wasn't pretty. The linebackers, it wasn't enough. We missed opportunities for turnovers. There were like 3 chances for turnovers where they dropping the ball and stuff like that. Wasn't really enough good design pressure on this quarterback. And you can see he was shaky when it was some pressure.
He was shaky.
He was shaky, about to throw an interception or turn the ball
But you
over.
see how he had the balls to run up the middle, which Milz never does.
Yeah. The defense, man, I get him motherfuckers a D+.
Is it safe to say Milz has too much confidence in his throwing ability?
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he thinks his throwing ability can
It's
get him
better
out of
than
any situation, but it's not.
It's not.
It's just not.
It's not.
That's
It's
that
not.
weirdo. He's so weird. He thinks like, hey man, I could do the damnedest things when I'm getting chased.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna do it every time. And I'm gonna do it every time now.
Even if he needs like 4 yards, and he can easily scramble for this 4 yards. If he sees this guy running this way and he's out of the pocket, he gonna try to zing it to him.
Zip it in there. And you could have just ran for the first. And then they asked him, they said, bro, they asked him about the damn, all those damn intentional groundings. Yeah, well, the one, Colston, he's like, I'm not blaming Colston, but we were just on a different page, and that was a choice route, and Colston went in, and Loveland went in, and I thought he was going to go out. Bro, when you're throwing the ball away, just throw it at somebody's fucking feet, man.
Yeah, quit trying to be
hero.
Yeah, a creative hero. Just throw the damn ball into the ground in the vicinity of the receiver and out of bounds.
Yes.
But again, this is part of the reason why I'd rather see a different dude under that offense. And I think Bilbo, even though he hasn't started no game, I think he knows that offense better than him.
Oh, he does. He does.
Better than him.
He does.
So, and I think he knows all the checks.
And the coach has been saying that for 5-6 weeks now. Yeah, so he knows it even better now.
It's just frustrating for us because we see you got 2 drives, first drives, red zone. Dude, that one of them drives got to be 7 points.
But do you hear what you're saying? I literally said, bro, take the haul. I said I would ram Bilbo down our fan base's throat because that's who they want. We could have had Bilbo out there while we were putting in the new system. He could have been a crash test dummy. And if he turned out to be like that quarterback in San Fran, Mr. Irrelevant, then we got us a QB. If he didn't, then we could have always drafted later. We'd have had the draft capital. That's what the Niners have been doing, bro. Get as much capital as possible.
I did not care if they moved off that first pick, as long as their first pick in the first pick or the second pick in that draft was a quarterback. I didn't care if they moved off of it.
I didn't care if we didn't take one in that whole draft. I knew there would be other drafts and other quarterbacks.
Well, I know because I wanted a new
the
quarterback
narrative was
in
that draft class. It is a great draft
I
class.
wanted one in that system. So, and this is under the assumption that we didn't pick the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
And we pick a QB. I wanted that QB because Fields would have still been there for that last year before you get to
yes.
But it would have scared the shit out of him.
Correct.
Because he's here and he gonna take over and we not gonna sign your option.
They said they love J.J. McCarthy, but they didn't have the balls to pull the trigger on that.
I didn't like him. I ain't like him.
But I'm saying though, they could have moved down and got him and got all types of dogs in here. We could have had the whole locker room could have been barking dogs, bro. You wouldn't have had all these pansies running around here. You talking about our linebackers, we're on the defense. They do a Snickers commercial that Snickers released, trolling this team, and then they come out there and do absolutely nothing on the football field.
They did nothing today. Nothing. Bluegrass Hank. Who's his buddy?
Yeah, where is he?
Where's his favorite
Edmonds. He loves Edmonds.
Edmonds.
No, he likes Edmonds, the Butch Stud.
None of them were seen. None of them were to be found today. None of them. And it wasn't like they were getting these big, long runs. It was just like gradual little runs, 4, 5, 6 yards here, 3rd and 2, they giving up 3. That type of, man, I was like.
And I saw no big hits either. It was like after they got all the unnecessary roughness, they must have coached them. Man, y'all got to stop hitting everybody so hard. The league is on our ass. The league is right. You know what I mean? Like, what did they do? It was no hard hitting. I didn't see Brisker.
Nope. I didn't see. Man, boy's injured again, man.
Tyler Gordon. He's got a penis injury.
There's 2 things that drive me crazy. It's unavailability from players.
Yeah.
And self-inflicted personal foul penalties.
Yeah.
Taunting and shit like that.
Dumb shit.
That just drives me crazy because I'm always saying if I'm a head coach, I'm gonna be like, sit your ass down.
Yeah, player control.
Sit down. I be, like they say how like Belichick and those other coaches would do people when they get those type of fouls. But availability, unless it's like an injury, of course, that you just can't do
Yeah, but
nothing
no,
about.
yeah, when Gordon is hurt, it's always
It's
IR too. He never got nothing.
always, bro. He played like
Yeah,
1-2 games
he
and
don't
he's
play
out
through it,
again.
do he? He do not play through it.
He's out again. And then ain't he the one who had the concussion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that was Brisker.
Brisker. See, it's
But
so
Gordon's
many of them
been
hurt.
out. No, but Gordon probably missed more games than Brisker in his career. And he's on IR, bro. He's out for 4 more weeks.
Who's the guy we got from the Falcons? The Pro
He
Bowler
played today.
tackle.
Yeah,
but I didn't realize he hadn't played in 3 damn games.
Yeah, he's got a knee. I told you he's got a knee. Yeah, they played him a couple of those games, man. It was limited, one of them games.
Listen,
but he's got a knee, bro.
If he's great in the locker room,
yeah,
right,
he's great
like
in the
they
locker
say he is, then make him an assistant coach. Don't sign him where he's not available for playing. I mean, now watch. This season's going to be over 17 games. We're going to see how many of them 17 games did he actually play. Right?
Yeah.
So I'd rather get a younger guy who you can coach and be responsible for their production.
Who's your defensive MVP in that game? Bears.
Shit, if there was one.
Sweat was balling. Sweat starting to come around.
Yeah.
Sweat balls early, and then something happens to him. You don't see him no more.
He don't have no counterpart helping him. So he's one of those type.
That dude we brought in on the other side. He's a legitimate bum. The dude with the African name.
Yeah. What's the?
He is a bum.
The 5 Deadly Venoms, right? The movie, Kung Fu movie.
Yeah.
Remember they said it was the 5 Deadly Venoms and then the teacher's last pupil.
Yeah.
And they said the teacher's last pupil, who was number 6, really.
Yeah.
He was only effective if he paired with one of those venoms. Yeah. And then the 2 of them together are outstanding. It's the same way with Sweat. If you put an end over there that can actually rush and call for some occasional double teams, then he's out of sight. But if
they put a bum over there. Because this other dude, he don't hold the end. Everything he tries to do doesn't work. This guy is trash.
Yes. I don't know who. I don't know. I don't
and
know
they
if
paid
I
him big money, man.
Defensive MVP today, man. I don't know.
And to the acting point, that 3rd down play in the 4th quarter, when he grabbed Jimmy the Cricket by his face mask, bro.
They don't sell calls.
Bro, I would have turned my neck. I would have failed. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
If there was a Bob Milz
I got
it. If there was a matter of fact, I would hold a class every week with one of the assistants, and I'd go over it with players. You got to sell the call.
Yeah.
You got to sell this. If it's the lineman, we gonna sell the call for hands to the face when they do it to the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman, or when they hold you. Go, start doing this like he's got you.
If receivers can't touch if the DB can't touch the receiver after 5 yards, the receiver shouldn't be able to touch the DB after 5 yards.
Right.
I don't like when they say that's just hand play and that's it's unfair. It's unfair.
Because you see it in other games where when the receivers do this light push off, they call offensive pass.
Yeah.
It's just we already know we're not getting none of them calls.
Did you see every time they point at our player, the ref comes out there 15 minutes later and throws a flag? Man, they call it on Tony. Tony didn't move. Tony is a fucking first ballot Hall of Famer. And they let them, bro.
It was like, what? Which one?
Who are you pointing at? The FBI needs to investigate.
I concur.
The FBI needs to investigate this, and I'm about to snitch and call the FBI and investigate. Defensive MVP, I think you're right, man. You really can't give it to I'll give it to Byard. He was balling.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give it to
hard
Byard.
Thinking of who played well on the defense. Special teams, I didn't like the kick coverage. They were getting like to the 35, 45 on each kick. And again,
like he was point shaving.
Now returns, what's his name, had some decent returns. The guy who this is the first game where I seen him with a burst of speed on the kickoff.
Yeah.
He came from the Ravens. What's his name?
I don't know, but he did get fumbled.
Duvernay?
Yeah.
Duvernay? Yeah.
I don't like him. I'd rather have a Hall of Fame Velus Jones back there. They should have stuck it out and had Velus down there. And Velus
I'd
be
rather
making
have
plays.
a person because that's the first time I've seen him have a burst of speed on a kickoff this year.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
So, but I'd rather have somebody else too. And a field goal kicker, don't let me get on. Please, no.
Well, all right. Offense.
Offense.
What's your takeaway?
I'm gonna give it to man, again, I started to text it when they were the first couple of drives. I'm like, he ain't getting hit until 3-4 yards after he got the ball.
Swift.
What's his name? Manung guy. He was doing what the play called, but I thought it was effective in mixing where it was throwing them off balance for the pass. So they couldn't just heavy blitz. And then they went away from it. And then these guys just kept blitzing, and Caleb is like all over the place with these decisions. I'm like, call some delayed screens, call draws. That'll knife them, and they'll quit trying to come up the field so fast.
Man, we did a play action, and the fucking tight end was wide open. They were blitzing Caleb to try to stop that action. But all Caleb had to do was put the ball on him. Once again, all he had to do was put the ball on him. He throws some jackass pass way out of the reach of the tight end, bro, and he's thinking he's doing good after that. Well, everybody's telling me to get the ball away, and I'm weird. All he had to do, bro, Jaden Daniels would have pump fake that dude coming around it. You know what I mean? This dude's wide open. Even Bilbo would have got that pass off.
I give it to Rome because at least he was catching the ball for the most part. He was catching some balls and there's some traffic a few times. I ain't sure how many catches did he have.
I was gonna say, let's look at some stats. Let's see. All right.
Let's see.
Player stats. Rome Odunze has 7 catches, 114.
Yeah, he was catching some balls.
But Moore had 4 catches for 73 yards, 18.2 an average.
And look, they're gonna have to quit using him. I've seen him too many times as a damn scat back.
Yeah.
Back there. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
This your number 1 receiver, and you constantly keep using him as a scat back.
They've never done play action to him. So the teams are just sitting on it. You know what I mean? They're just sitting on it.
18 carries between Manunga and Swift is not enough. I get it. You know, we got behind at the end of the game, so you couldn't really get him the ball no more.
Look at DJ Moore, 2 carries. He averaged 1.5 yards a pop.
Yeah, it's not effective, bro.
Munangai, they was giving him the ball too much this game, man. I know they're having a Munangai fantasy. You know,
I mean, 3.4 ain't bad. It's just I'd rather see at the end of the game, you want to see the attempts at like 25.
They're ramming Munangai down my throat.
23-25.
Listen, when Swift's got it going, give Swift the damn ball. Munangai's your backup.
I mean, I don't care which one is like starting because Swift gonna get the most carries anyway.
We're not getting the ball to Luther Burden enough.
It's all that's on Caleb, bro. All that's Caleb. That's why I want to see a different person back there. Then we can see like, okay, what's really going on? Because we already know his deficiencies. He's got a goddamn beacon device and a GPS on Rome. And that's it.
Oh, you talking about Devin Duvernay. 32 yards.
Yeah, Duvernay. He the one came from the
32 yards return. And they called one of them back.
Yeah. He was doing good on them returns. That was the first time I seen him have one return where it's a burst of
Santos was 3 for 4 out there. You got a problem with that?
Look, if you need to keep 2 kickers on the active roster, do it.
It ain't like they even talking about you can't keep 2 kickers. The other guys are bums. I hear you, bro.
50 and closers, I don't got a problem with Santos kicking it. If it's 50 or longer, what's his name from the 49ers we had?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Let him kick it. He'll kick it farther enough. It'll just be a question if it's gonna go through the uprights.
Right.
With Santos, it ain't gonna make it the distance. So
right.
But anything 50 and closer, let him play. I got no problem with it. They should
Well,
be
that
able
was
to
a
make
Chinese fire drill kick. He didn't have time to, set
man,
it
but
up.
it was right down the middle, man. That just shows you his leg ain't strong enough to kick from 55 plus. Anything 55 plus, he not gonna do it.
Well, third down efficiency, we were 6 for 13. The penalties, bro.
That's
Every
coaching.
week we have twice as many as the other team.
That's coaching. Whether it's be from coaching not getting on the refs enough,
Yeah.
or the coaching not having your players ready for what we're doing and they're prepared each week.
It's both of those.
Yeah.
It's both of those.
And they both go back to coach.
Because at the Wild, the players, you can lose the players when you're constantly harping on them and they know that, you can't come there and say, man, it's throwing the helmet or throwing shit around, talking about 11 penalties, when the players know 4 of them, 5 of them were bullshit. You know what I mean? You got to be able to acknowledge both.
Right. We get at least 3 BS penalties a game. At least 3, right? So you figure out of them 11, 8 of them, that's too many. 8 penalties, that's too many. For a team where Ben Johnson's supposed to be this disciplined guy and calculated guy, he's supposed to be able to have his players ready. And I don't think we've seen it this whole season where they've been disciplined enough where it's only been 3 penalties.
I think it was one game, bro. I can't remember the game. We were surprised. And was it the Raiders game? Yeah, and that's because the league hates the Raiders as much as they hate the Bears.
Yeah, they probably hate them more.
They probably do. So you gave the offense what grade? No, we didn't do grades. MVP, you said Rome. All right, I agree. Offensive MVP, Rome. What was the key to the loss? Penalties, refs, bad coaching, quarterback play.
Quarterback play number 1, and a close 2 is the coaching, because they're not having them prepared as far as the penalties we keep making, and I don't like the play calling. They get something good and they kind of straggle away from it. The minute they get a little lead, they go away from what got them there. So if you only calling and they say, they only say this about the Bears. I watched all of these teams, and I never hear them say the teams that go scoreless in the first half. Well, the first 15 are, those are play. So the Bears, if your first 15 of that, then script the first damn 30.
Yeah.
Script the first 30.
And script the first 15 in both halves.
Something. Right, but it's only the Bears that we hear that on a commentator. You never hear it on other games.
Just nitpicking, period. That guy should have ran through that other hole. I don't hear them say that about the other team at all, ever.
I hear them critique. Now, look, I'm on Caleb's neck and want to see somebody else get a chance. But not for the reasons that these other damn critics they're on his neck for everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm watching these other games.
Yeah.
These guys are missing people wide open, incomplete, interception, getting sacked in the pocket,
nothing.
turning the ball over.
Nobody saying nothing.
And they never acting like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like they do for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard that I guess the B commentator, you get the A commentator and the B guy who's joining in. Man, he was criticizing the whole fucking game, like shit the Bears were doing.
Yeah.
Like he was just on them. Like on them. Like dude.
One of them, though, they was like, yeah, the guy, I think Caleb made it play. No, the other quarterback for them, Huntley. They was like, yeah, but you can't coach for that athleticism. And the other guy did say, or the toughness. And I appreciate him saying that. Because again, whenever there's a black guy uses his legs, it's this guy giving talent and athleticism. And the other guy did say that grit and that toughness. And I appreciated that balance they added to it, because I'm sick of it at this point.
And that's what's weird to me about Caleb, because he has toughness. But he won't certain runs that he's doing. I'm like, you don't have to you don't have to hook slide in the home plate.
Man.
You can go forward and dive and protect yourself and go down.
You can try to run that motherfucker over sometimes. You know what I mean? You can stiff arm him sometimes. You don't always have to fall down like a little white boy.
He doesn't. And if you watch some of these other guys,
Huntley
Josh
did
Allen.
It was that he ran over Jimmy the Cricket.
Huntley, Josh Allen, what's his name? For the Colts, Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Justin Fields.
Fields.
Let it be a cornerback or somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. I mean, you're gonna have to tackle him. And
I'm not saying he should do this all game.
No.
But there are times when he needs to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, even on that play last week when they called that running play for him, he kept running to the outside. He could have cut that up long before and just put his head down and ran that little dude, the little corner the dude was blocking. He could have cut that up when dude was blocking him but no, he don't want to get hit. He want to go out there and tiptoe and all this and that. Protecting his golden arm. You know what I mean?
Man.
I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as you. Whoa, with the Bilbo, I hear you, bro. The only reason I would say do it is to bring his massive ego down to earth.
That, like I said,
I think that's what he needs. He's never been set down in his life.
There's steps to it. So you don't just go and say, hey, we're moving off this guy. Because, again, he dangles some good stuff to us enough where we like, hey, man, yeah, that's the dude.
There's potential there.
And then he does other shit that just drives us nuts because we're like, it should be easier than that.
And if it's driving us nuts, you be seeing BJ's face over there on the sideline.
He's going to turn just bloodshot red one day. Just.
Can you imagine Mike Dicker coaching this female cat?
No, Dicker wouldn't be able to coach him because he would run up to the office and be like, it's either him or me. he would tell him it's either him or me.
Every game, Dicker would be in his face.
Right.
Dicker head be moving.
Yeah.
Every game. Every game. You caught an audible, and every game.
You son of a bitch. Did you see that guy right there open?
Every
You didn't see him right there open?
Every game. He's wide open. I've been telling you to get it.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I got a fix for you. Adunze, have a seat. Now you go out there in this
This
next
is what
series
I'm saying.
and see who you can get the ball to.
Yeah. We're going to sit your little boyfriend down. You know what I'm saying? Your little man crush down. All right.
Well, what I'm going to do now?
Let's get to our coaching grades. All right. We're going to start with defensive coordinator. And I'm giving him a pass, bro. I know you don't care about personnel, but when you're down your top four cornerbacks, when you're down your top four cornerbacks, at some point it's got to matter.
It was three. It was top three.
Four, because the one dude got hurt at the beginning of the season. He was, nobody's talking about him. He got hurt.
Oh, well, if you want to say 4-4,
yeah.
But I'm not giving my grade based on who's out. I'm just basing it on
scheme,
how they played. That's all. Just how the defense played
I hear
overall.
I hear you.
And again, if it may have been different if we scored a touchdown on one of them opening drives.
It would have been.
Because then you're talking 10-0.
One of those two drives.
And it's changing up how the Ravens going to play.
And how the D's going to play. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll give them, like I say, D+ to C-.
Defensive coaching?
Yeah.
D+
or C-, however you want to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them I thought they kept us in the game for what we had. So
they did. They just couldn't give them no stops in the fourth quarter to get us the ball back with a chance to try to go tie.
Nails wasn't gonna do shit with it anyway.
Now, I don't know. He's weird like that. He's weird like that. He's been like.
I'm gonna give him a C+, man. I'm gonna give the defense a C+. All right. What about special teams coaching?
The coaching.
I go with another C+.
Yeah,
I'll give him a B.
I'm giving him a C- because of the
returns the other team
returns. Yeah, and they ain't fixed that all year to me.
Yeah,
all year. I know our returns was better when the other guy was doing the kickoffs. Something about Santos when he kicks off, he's making it too returnable for the other team. So yeah, I'm just going.
I'll get a C plus. All right. What about offensive coordinator?
No, he get a D.
I agree. He got out coached.
Yeah, big time. You jumped off of what was working.
He had his players.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
You could have stuck with that. All you need to do was change up some stuff in the red zone to get you a touchdown as opposed to getting 3 points.
And I think they got a little Declan Doyle, our offensive coordinator. He's overcoaching just like they did Justin Fields. You get to a point where you got to let some players just do their fucking thing out here, swim or sink. You know what I'm saying? And if this shit don't work out for you, we moving off of you.
And I want to see them when we're in the red zone or first and goal, call a pass play. Don't run it on that first down.
Yeah.
Because too many times we're running it on that first down, and then it's like a gain of 1, a gain of 2.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah, when they got their heavies on there, call a play action.
Yeah. Do something that's gonna keep them off balance. So yeah, they get a D for me.
All right. Overall coaching as a staff.
Man, a C.
They lost. That's generous. I'm gonna give them a C minus.
Yeah. Me too. But I think if you add my grades together, that's what it come out to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a C minus. I mean, we can't win them all, man. It was a road game.
It's just that team was right for the picking, and you didn't have no Lamar. You can't fucking lose that game. You just can't. You just cannot.
I know, man.
And Huntley's not a bum, but you're losing to a bum like Huntley. And he ain't a bum, but I'm saying it like that, just based on how.
I tell you what, he looked better than Caleb out there.
At times. At times he did.
Yeah, let's look at his numbers. Let's see. Yeah, backup numbers. 17 for 22, though. Nice and accurate. And then he ran for 53 yards. That's what Caleb should be running for 50 yards every game, man. 40, 50 yards every game, bro.
He should.
And that's going to help him. It's going to keep the defense on their toes. The defense is realizing now, Diesel, that when Caleb's running around, they realizing he's looking to pass. Mm-hmm. So when he first came into the league, they didn't know, so they'll be coming up, and those plays were opening up. I've never seen a quarterback, bro, when the Bears are playing and the quarterback's back there, all these seconds, it's going to be a completion. Caleb be back there, and I'm like, okay, he's got something. You know what I mean? He just needs a little more time, and he's got something.
Now he's got the time, and he ain't letting the fucking ball
go. He throws it, and it be shit. Somebody should be wide open after 4 or 5 seconds, bro.
Yeah, he's just looking for the biggest play there is, and it don't exist, and it's fucking him up in his head.
Bro, every time we're on defense, bro, and the other quarterback gets more than 3.5 seconds, I know it's going to be a completion.
Here it comes.
Not with Caleb, bro. So he might as well get it out quick.
And he's not. He's like he's unorthodox in regards to your typical feet being set and things of that nature. It's like he throws off the wrong foot. Stuff like that. So he it's just, man, it's just
it's making the game harder than it has to be.
Than it is harder than it is, bro. Harder. Like you getting time in the pocket, and then you get happy feet, and it cause you to. Just let somebody else get somebody else fucking shit.
He is, bro. He's getting time in the pocket, bro. And I be looking at Ben Johnson sometimes, and he be like, he'd be mad as hell.
I know, and he's like, he gets so mad, man. You think like he's gonna fucking turd's gonna come out of his mouth or something. Like he done,
Man, I would hire Mike Dicker to be passing game coordinator for one game because Mike's heart can't take it. I just need Mike on the sideline for one game with this nail painting son of a bitch. One game, Mike would get him right together. Mike Dicker would get him. Bill Belichick would get him right together.
Yeah, the problem is that their way of getting them together would be what we're speaking on.
Moving off of him.
They bench him and sit him down for a series or two or something like that, which I really think they need to do that, man, to attempt to get his mind right.
Because he's so delusional, man. When I was listening, when you get a chance, listen to his post game. It's only like 5 minutes. His post game, he did not come out and say, "Man, I got to play better. I was shit today. I was horrible." He feels like, man, I had 285 yards. I'm on pace to get 4,000 passing yards.
I don't give a.
He thinks we give a fuck about all that.
Stats matter to an extent. That is it. But when you watch a game and you see the intangibles and everything that's in that game, you'll be like, man, that motherfucker didn't have no good game.
No.
Like, well, he threw for 325. I don't care what he threw for.
How many times are we going to be in field goal range and then he gets an intentional grounding or gets sacked? How many times am I going to watch this in this guy's career? And they keep coming out saying he don't make the same mistake twice. Bro, I'll be ready to have a conniption fit. I'll be like, BS. He's making the same mistake. I've seen him make several of the same mistakes multiple times.
Holds the ball too long and then waits too long to release it because he's not
looking at Rome.
Because he's not anticipating and he's got a beacon on this motherfucker. Won't.
Rome be running, he'd be like, look at his ass. You know, he's looking at his ass when Rome's running around. Oh, look at his ass.
Well, Swift and Loveland and Burden and
all that time.
He's like, yeah, we're not under the same network. We're not under the same cell plan.
He literally be saying it. He'd be like, we're not on the same page. I'm not on the same page with those guys.
Yeah, this is like if they with T-Mobile and he's on Verizon. Like, we're not on the same network, so
he's so weird. He's still on PCS Prime Co. Although they had some good service, man. They never cut off on you. That was the Navy behind all that. You know, it was the feds listening to everything. They only had them in the black neighborhoods. You know.
Yeah.
That was a good service, though. I had that, man. It
was like one of the first services in Chicago.
Yeah, it was affordable. Yeah, it was affordable, and you never lost your signal. You know what I'm saying? They was ahead of the game. They used something different. They was using like the Navy's.
And then U.S. Cellular bought them out.
Yeah.
I was happy when they did. Because the U.S. Cellular, they used to have like the top customer service.
Better phones too, man. Prime code. And the bullshit phones. Everybody knew you had a Prime code, you know.
You click it up.
Yeah.
Click that little screen up.
Big ups to PCS Prime code. All right, man. So I want to run this video. It's a short one, less than a minute. There was a lot of talk about watching Ben Johnson with his shirt off, the Wiener Schnitzel or whatever it is, Wiener Dog in Chicago. They gave out hot dogs after this dude threw for 300 yards. And now their new goal is to get Ben Johnson to take his shirt off after a W. Well, it looks like he's keeping his shirt on this week.
And Caleb, according to the official count of the Wieners Circle, if Ben Johnson takes his shirt off during or after any Chicago Bears victory this year, it's once again.
Watch his face. He's going to be thinking about being without his shirt on.
Free hot dogs for the city. Will you encourage him to do that?
Look at him. Look how long this takes. Weird.
I don't know if I'm going to encourage him to take his shirt off, but if he does it, he loves Chicago, and I think he's been enjoying Chicago, so he may or may not do it. So we'll see. But I'm not going to encourage the guy to take off his shirt and for some hot dogs. But yeah,
you heard about the hot dog thing with you taking your shirt off?
That's been mentioned. It's a little disturbing. Why would we want to see that? Any comment?
No. Why do you assume I'd have?
Why do you assume I have a comment? You're a truck driver.
Well, yeah, I am.
Do you not want people to eat, Ben?
I'm a man of the people, so time will tell.
Well, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, can you imagine Mike Dicker answering these damn questions? I'm here to answer football questions. What's wrong with y'all? This is how I knew they was gonna lose, bro. They let their guard down. They all happy like they won something. You know, I don't think Caleb thinks his job is ever in jeopardy.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. They're particularly the offense looked the same way the past few weeks. The games they've been winning the same way. Only difference was we got turnovers from the defense, which helped make it easier.
Yeah.
Without them turnovers, you get exposed.
Well, they showed it. We was leading the league in turnovers, but like last in yards and points and all that shit, like at the bottom of all that other shit. Yeah. But we was just getting turnovers.
But again, it goes back to Caleb Williams and the play calling, and I want that motherfucking bench. Plain and simple. I've seen enough. I want his ass bench. I don't care what he does in Cincinnati. I don't care if he threw for 400 yards. Good. When we get back to Soldier Field, Bilbo, you start.
I just never thought we'd have a Bears quarterback. Maybe if he was quarterbacking in San Francisco or Atlanta, but a Bears quarterback with 10 pink painted fingernails, bro. We talking about the Bears.
I don't care if it's nails, if it's eyeballs, his eyelids. Yeah. I don't care.
So you don't care if he was a full makeup dressed like a tranny. You don't care.
I wouldn't care if he's out there balling and we're winning games and we're like,
he could be wearing stilettos and you just running them out there.
Stiletto spikes. If he had them, I wouldn't care. As long as he out there balling for us and we like, hey man, we got us a quarterback for the next 10 years. With this dude right now, do you honestly say that is potentially our quarterback for the next 10 years? No. The answer is absolutely no.
I'm notoriously late on moving off quarterback. I'll move off another team.
Yeah, you try to stick with him way too long.
I stuck with Trubisky. I stuck with Fields. I stuck with your boy. It used to be said he got a funny look on his face, which Cutler. Yeah, I stuck with Cutler a long time. So other teams' quarterbacks, I can see it. It's harder for me to see it in Bears quarterbacks.
See, particularly the ones that we draft. It don't take long for me to see, like, hey man, what's the projection here, as far as like, down the road with us, regardless of who it is, or as far as like the coordinators and stuff, coaching staff. So now I know we got the right kind of offensive coach here.
Yeah, the right
so
scheme.
Now all of that is on who the player is.
Brought in, shored up the offensive line, shored it up. It ain't gonna be perfect, you know what I mean? But shored up that offensive line. They blocking. He's got
enough time.
Yeah.
And he's still making the same fucking mistakes. Has he improved a little bit? Yeah.
But does it still feel like when he goes back and then he makes his decision to throw, do you still feel like pleasantly shocked and surprised when it's a completion? Yes. And you shouldn't feel that way about your
right. It should be like, yes.
Expectation. Yes.
Yeah. And it's not. It's not.
No.
I don't see. And there's a lot of different passes that if he's a good quarterback, he's going to make within a game.
Damn right.
And I just don't see those.
That one to DJ Moore, he's supposed to make that pass.
I don't see those.
That one to Rome on the sidelines, it should have been easier. Rome was wide open. It should have been zipping it in there again.
Look, good quarterbacks these days, you see in a game at least 1 to 2 back shoulder passes, because that means the defense been covering your guys real good.
But you got to be accurate to do that.
That's my whole point. This motherfucker, we never see them. We don't never see. Did we see one today, a back shoulder?
Was he not accurate in college? Because when I watched his highlights, I'm like, man, this dude was throwing some lasers.
They were open like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
College. Jordan Addison and who was the other guy he had? They both in the NFL.
But they was open.
But they was open, wide open.
But he was hitting them though. We be
Yeah.
having open people, and he's missing them now.
But he was hitting them a lot on scramble rollouts.
Yeah,
and
he's
firing
missing it.
20, 40 yards.
He's missing
down the
all
field.
that shit now.
Because he fucking just, his mind's warped.
That's what I'm thinking. They messed him up, man. I think we broke another quarterback, bro.
His mind is warped. And he ain't broke. That means he's broke because you only was here one other season.
Yeah.
And now you with a guy that's good that can coach that stuff.
Generational coach.
You show little sprinkles, but then you just consistently on some other shit. So
I predict our local media is about to be on his ass just by the tenure of the questions they was asking him, bro. Because they were asking him a question and he was deflecting, and they kept bringing that shit right back.
He about to
They
get it all.
kept bringing it right back on his ass. Was there anything that you think you could have done better? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's about to get it all week long, bro. Because people keep saying, even in these games we've been winning, they be like, "Well, how did Caleb look? How did Caleb look?"
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want to look. No, and then they're like, "Well, he looked okay. He looked all right.
We
There
won
was
the game.
some throws he missed."
Right.
And the reason I think that people keep critiquing him, like what throws he missed and throws, because other quarterbacks have shown the capability where they know, hey, they've done that already. They've done like good throws, several completions, went several games where the quarterback wasn't the issue when they lost the game.
Right.
Caleb's been an issue in a lot of these
whether we
losses
won or
that
lost.
He's
the issue why we didn't blow a team out, and he's the issue why we lose.
Yeah, so I'm done with it, bro. I want to see another person, and you can sit them for a couple of games or whatever, because I know they ain't just gonna give up on them like that. But I want to see somebody else back there.
Would you take the approach that I was definitely they should have been doing it last season, but even Ace during the game, who was at the game, was like, it's Bilbo time. Like, that's a way they could do it too. Yank his ass out in the middle of the third quarter. You can send that message to his little bitch ass, right? And you don't have to do a whole game and then come up there in the post-game media. We'll let you know where our quarterback is. And that might help you going into next week with the other team not knowing who to prepare for.
However they need to do it, I'm done. I'm done. I just want to see somebody else back there and then utilizing all of our weapons, which I think he would do. Agent would use all the weapons we got. He wouldn't just be throwing the ball to one person.
I'm telling you, it's back to this Bilbo controversy. I bet you they're going to start showing him on the sideline again next week.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Showing him.
Show him more than you show this dude doing this. Look, he's always on the bench.
Ain't he, bro? You never see him cheering on his defense. You never see, you know what I'm saying? You never see. Yeah, that's what he be on the bench doing. He ain't looking at a playbook. He's not talking to the offense, to the head coach. You know what I mean? He ain't giving no feedback and getting feedback. He ain't saying this is what I'm seeing out here. No,
He operates in a different galaxy, so he ain't gonna see what they see. So yeah, I'm done with him, bro. Next subject. I don't even want to talk about.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to next week, which all the Bears coaches are gonna be talking about. You know how they are after a loss. We're on the next week. But Bears at Bengals, we got to get on record here. What's going to be your keys to us beating the Bengals? Who's their quarterback right now? You said Flacco?
Flacco. Mm-hmm.
And they still got those receivers, bro.
Man, you're going to have to put up points to beat them.
Yeah,
and especially if our secondary is going to be like it is right now, all these dudes out for as far as the DBs.
Well, Gordon ain't coming back, and I don't know if dude's coming back with the shoulder. I don't know. Tyreek. I don't know if Tyreek will be back yet. So the Bengals put up 38 today in a loss to the Jets.
They had that game won, and they
go ahead.
They blew that in the fourth quarter. I think they gave up like 20-something points in
23.
the fourth quarter.
If Justin Fields can put up 39 points against this Bengals team on the road, to your point earlier, if they don't score at least 28 points in this game,
yeah, they're not going to win.
It's time to move off of Caleb.
Which is the perfect, hey, we coming home.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, we're gonna let him sit a game or so we can go with somebody we think gives us the best chance to win at this
And
time.
I wouldn't even say to sit a game or so. I'll just say we're going with we just changing it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let him work his way back up into the picture. And I'll take that C off his fucking chest. He hasn't shown me any leadership
Put
out
a
there.
W on his chest for weirdo. That's what it should have been in the first place.
I had to put a rainbow right on there. His C should have had a rainbow colors. Big ups to everybody. But all right, so let's get to so that's what the Bengals did, bro. So what's the keys to beating the Bengals, bro?
Well, their defense ain't much, man. So we're gonna be able to run the ball. Okay.
Man, we're hearing this every week. We should be able to do this. We should be able to do that.
We were doing it today, and then he got off of it. So you're gonna need. Here's the keys: consistent, good play calling from the fucking offense. Okay, because our defense ain't gonna be much with all these players out hurt.
Right.
So
we need to get healthier.
It's got to be the offense putting up some points, and then Dennis Allen, just scheme to get to have them punt a few times. If the offense is putting up points, that's a victory for us. But we're going to need consistent, good play calling on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side. Because they're going to put up some points. I'm telling you now. They're going to put up at least 24. At least.
Yeah, we lost so many players, bro. I mean, bro. Those defensive linemen was falling like flies.
Yeah, they were. Every play. Like one of them, knee, the hamstring, the foot. It's like all of that stuff. So
that's the downside to the early bye. We was able, but we needed it. You know what I'm saying? But we was able to get healthy, and then you saw when we was healthy and we was catching other teams hurt, we was stealing some victories. That's the thing. Now we banged up, bro. Yeah, I say that. Get healthier. Caleb's got to play better. I'm gonna say the key to the victory is Caleb managing the offense and having a good game. He's due for one. When I say by good game, I'm talking passer rating over 100. You know what I'm saying? He's due
over 100, well over 100, and fucking play. I want to see first half points. I don't want to see going to the end of the first half where we got 10 points or 9 points on 3 field goals.
Yeah, we had 6. We missed that. Yeah, I hear you though. Yeah, right.
I want to see points in the first half because you're gonna have to do it if you want to win. I'm telling you now, them dudes gonna put the ball up in the air. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and Flacco gonna challenge all those not bum corners, but all those second and third and fourth string corners we got. He gonna go right after them.
And they got a somewhat decent little running game too. I was watching them. They was running, doing draw plays and stuff, getting 7-8 yards here. So I'm like, psh,
okay. Well, we sound like we want to make our predictions. Oh, we got some Lodi High football. Lodi. I think that's in California. Gallup is what he calls him. He said Gallup sucks. Never been a USC quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Certainly hasn't been learned when consistently he's a 500 quarterback. As a Bear fan, I saw this coming. He says put Tyson in. Says put Tyson in. He said
you got horrible body language like Cutler.
He said you guys are nailing it. He's a horrible teammate. You can see it in his body language, just like Jay Cutler. Yeah, used to be on Cutler, looking like Kazoo out there. He had a big helmet too. Remember? And I used to call him Kazoo. Horrible body language. That coach can't stand him. I guarantee it. You're nailing it. He sits on the sideline and pouts like a freaking Pop Warner player.
I'm done. I told you, I'm done with it.
He's not hulling the team together. I never see him doing stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, DJ, all right. Like he'll come out in the post game. We're now on the same page. You're supposed to be getting on the same page during those games. Y'all supposed to be talking this stuff through, bro. Like, this is what I'm seeing. The next time when I come through there, and I think the teammates don't do it with him no more because they know it don't matter.
They're like, man, he's weirdo.
He in his own world.
I can't talk to him. They're gonna go to Shit, they can't even talk to the coordinator because he ain't down there on the field. So I guess they go to Ben and be like, hey,
But Ben is like, I can't talk to him either. You know, you hear us, we're talking to him in these meetings, and he's just coming out here doing his own thing week after week.
Yeah, well, we gonna do your own thing, right? Catch this little bench right here.
You saw when Colored Brown was getting into it with him last season and lit a fire up under him, and he beat Green Bay. I told you I would have kept Colored Brown. Colored Brown would have been my offense coordinator if I was Ben Johnson.
Yeah, he could have did that because he didn't really do anything wrong.
No,
in their whole process of getting rid of Eberpuss.
Yeah, or I would fire Declan Doyle and bring up Eric Bieniemy. I bet you Eric Bieniemy would be in his face.
Oh, without
because he's kind of weird too. Eric Bieniemy don't listen to no weirdo. Eric Bieniemy talks about himself in the third person. Eric Bieniemy told you what to do out there. You know what I mean? I think him and Caleb might actually hit it off.
Yeah, hey man, you from the same planet I'm from?
You coach Pat Mahomes? You know what I'm saying?
You talking like that in the third person? Man,
are you an autosexual too?
Like, man, I should have met you a long time ago, man. We on the same page.
Because he can't respect Declan Doyle. Ain't no way he respect Declan Doyle. Ain't no way. That shit going in one ear and coming out the other.
No, he ain't talking. I'm telling you, he's talking to Ben Johnson.
And that's it.
That's it.
And wrong.
Oh, well, he don't got to talk to him. He got GPS on him, all kind of tracking devices. It don't matter where he at. He can.
Shit.
He's connected.
All right. Let's get our predictions. Let's see what Vegas is saying. That threw me off last week. I shouldn't have looked it up, but Vegas was right once again, and you knew the refs was gonna make Vegas right.
I'm going against the grain here. I got the Bears.
Hold on. The Bears are what? We're favored in this game?
They should be.
Coming off an L, though. I told you. When you're coming off an L, you be poor and stupid and thirsty. All right, we 1.5 point favorites, bro.
Right. I got the Bears 31-28.
The points are set at 48.5. You said 31-28. So you're taking the over barely. You're right on the points with Vegas, bro. All right, let me go through this again. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. All right, let me hold on, Diesel. Let me type this up.
Because I can easily flip that and say Cincinnati 31 and the Bears. But if Cincinnati got 31, the Bears would end up with like 23. But
so you say Bears 31, Bengals
28.
Yeah, so you're taking it over. You got a half point more than what Vegas said. All right. I got I'm so hurt, man. That's the biggest problem I got, man. Man, this team's been injured a lot, man. Bengals at home, they liable to run it up. We're not going to be able to get these turnovers, man.
Again, you can flip it. Put the Bengals with 31 and the Bears with like 23. I mean,
Yeah,
because that's what it'll be. If they win, we're not gonna get over like 30 points.
Right.
If the Bengals win. The Bears ain't scoring over 30.
Right. All right. We got to factor in the refs.
Mm-hmm.
When he scored 16 today. All right, I'm gonna go Bears 24. Bengals. I hear you. No way Bengals gonna score 21. I can't see us scoring more than 20. Yes, Bears 27. Bengals 24. That's what I'm going with. Ace and Hank, if y'all can hear me, get y'all picks in. Let us know. All right. So we're both going with Bears. And you did your key. All right, and real quick, man, what's your take on this NBA and this gambling thing? I watched this mob dude. He keeps saying we, and he's supposed to be no longer in the mob. He's got like a lot of followers on YouTube.
Which one? Francine?
That's him. Yeah, he be having Freudian slips, and we come out there and we'll break your kneecaps. I mean, used to. I mean, I'm not involved no more. I be like, damn, yeah, that dude. But what he said, bro, is that these teams the leagues should only allow you to bet the overs. For instance, this 48.5, or in these parlays, Michael Jordan's going to score 30. You should only be able to bet. I think he's going to score more than 30. You shouldn't be able to bet under 30. And Nick Wright said that too. What do you think about that as a gambler yourself?
No, I think that just the penalties for if you are a player, right? If you're a player or a coach on any other teams, right?
Death penalty.
Not death penalty, but it's got to be severe enough to deter you from doing it.
Well, look what they did to P. Rose. So death penalty. No, you can't play in the league.
No Hall of Fame.
And no Hall of Fame.
None of that.
No money.
That type of stuff. And you're gonna have to refund back if people were taken for money. You're gonna owe these people for whatever they lost.
And all your stats are gonna be deleted from the record books.
Yeah, you never do. And we're talking about this is all gambling. And I'm not talking about the poker part, but just the NBA stuff.
Yeah.
You're gambling in legal realms. So if you're putting these bets through websites or casinos at their sports books,
yeah,
those type of bets. Because people, I mean, players and stuff can side bet all they want. Man, I got $500.
And they be getting proxies to bet for them.
Yeah,
they cap you out on how much you could bet.
Yeah, but like stuff that players throughout the history of the league always done. Competitive people, Jordan and them, and Magic, and man, I'm a score 40 tonight, but that's amongst them. It's not being bet through a website or a gambling site. You see what I'm saying? But no, I think that you put the hammer down hard enough to where if they get caught.
But why won't you just make it where you can't bet unders? I like that.
I don't like that because for the better, you want the option. So when you sit at a craps table,
right? But your option is you don't take the bet.
No, because
you either bet the over or you don't bet the under.
Because that's the same way of saying if you at the craps table, right?
Yeah.
And you like, I'm rolling with this guy. Come on, 7 or 11 on their opening roll, right?
Yeah.
But you be like, man, this dude, he been shooting what they call them, boxcars all day, throwing 12s. So you like, I'm betting against them. So you can bet the pass bar, the do not pass bar. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to bet the over. He ain't gonna make no 30 points against this defense.
Yeah, he was telling me it feel like that helps Vegas. It don't help the gambler.
What
if they can't bet?
Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to have that. I get mad on certain props where I want to bet against the number, and sometimes you can't, depending on what they close out or how they have it.
Yeah.
You want to bet under their number. So if they got, for example, Caleb Williams to throw for 285 against like Cleveland or somebody with a real good defense, you're like, man, he ain't about to throw for that shit. I'm taking the under. But if you couldn't bet it, you're like, what? So I think the unders are it's just you got to stand on it for now. If you actually looked, because I think I mentioned this on last week's show. I don't know if I did, but there was like different college players, hoops players. They caught a ring of them. You can Google that stuff.
Yeah.
Betting on they seem like irregular betting from different accounts.
Yeah.
Betting specifically on it was like a team to win the first half.
Yeah.
Or the team not to win the first. It was like different stuff like that. and it was college players, and they had all these players listed from these like almost what you would call B-list like college schools, but they Division Ones, and they had all of them like.
Well, there was a gambler, not Francis, but it was another dude. If I said his name, you would know him. But I remember watching him like a year ago, and he said Vegas knows when people are cheating, and he said even the community knows. For instance, it'd be a guy like me, come out of nowhere, 9 Milz, put $1 million on the under. They know. They be like, well, who the fuck is this? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm always betting $1 million bets, that's different. But if I come out of the blue and put 100,000 on Caleb to throw for 280, the over on 285, then they know that I might know something. I might know somebody who know Caleb. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so they say they know like Rozier. They said the reason they called him because this son of a bitch, he bet 9 times on the under. 9 straight times on the under. So if I'm the player, am I going to score 15 points this game? And I'm betting 9 straight times that I'm
And the NBA cleared them because they can only go so far. They don't have the
players union. Yeah.
Well, and they don't have the ability to get their technology to look at the text messages and all that.
They wasn't dealing with the
police
informant.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
The informant wasn't going to talk to them because he was working with the feds.
And the feds can subpoena all of that stuff. The NBA can't do that.
Right. Well, the feds had an informant though that was recording all this shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm gonna use this example: horse race. So one of my beloved sports. Man, I've seen shady stuff in horse racing for years. 4 years.
Like you see the line move. That's what dude was saying. If you see the line move, they know something up.
Here's what's crazy in horse racing. Trainers and owners, they can bet their own damn horse in a race to win. They can't. I mean, you can't bet to lose in a race, but you can bet them to win. And there's been times where I've been hanging out with my friends one night, betting a race, and these would be like what we would call bush league tracks sometimes.
Yeah.
And the horse's morning line odds for that race would be like 20-1. So usually in between each race, there's like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so when the betting starts after a couple of minutes, and I'm like, damn, that motherfucker's 5-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who the fuck's betting them? I'll never forget the first time I caught this. I was like, that's the barn betting that horse. And they said, what you talking about, kid? Because that's what they would call me, the kid, because I used to look so young to know how to bet horse.
Yeah.
I was like, that horse morning line is 20-1. He's 5-1 right now. I said, that's the barn betting him. I said, he gonna run. So they was like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, kid. So look, by the time they go to post to go off, I go bet him. His odds shot back up because the public is betting on the other stuff that they think, right?
Right.
So it's making his odds go back up. But the owner and the stable, the barn already done put their money on.
Right.
He went off at 9-1 eventually. Motherfucker got the lead, never looked back.
The owner gave him that shot.
Look, or whatever he gave him, they knew he was gonna run that day. Hey,
gave
look,
him the mix.
They was like, "Damn, kid, you said that." I said, "Man, we wasn't betting them." I said, "John Q. Public wasn't betting them." I said, "That was the barn. They had to put up some big money when the thing started."
Yeah,
and they was like, "I ain't touching nothing else. Let the race go out." I said, "The public started betting their money." His odds went back up a little bit. I said, "I wish it would have went all back up to like 20-1."
Bro,
but that's just an example.
Did you hear them today, bro? They were saying that the league, NFL, is erring on the side of caution because you remember how we was talking about why in the hell are the Ravens a favorite in this damn game? And then it was all week. Is this dude playing? Is Ray playing? Is he not playing?
Oh, yeah.
They got him out there practicing. They saying he was practicing and all this and that. And then on the game day, they come out and say the day before they come out and say he's not playing.
They about to get fined. They got to get fined and penalized. Everything.
Yeah. And they about to let the hammer down, bro, because that don't seem right. Seems like Harbaugh, somebody was getting a check.
No, you have to do it like the Jets coach. all this week they were like, who's gonna start? He's like, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you.
But
Because
that's different.
No, I know it's different. That's
Yeah.
why they don't get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. But dude hadn't practiced at all. What was his name that was going Tyrone?
Yeah. He
What's
was
his
hurt.
name? I forget his name. Yeah, but he was
Tyrod.
hurt. Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
So when he said, yeah, he's not playing, but he hadn't been practicing, and you know what I'm saying. But he wouldn't say who's going to start to give the team an edge to prepare for
In advance,
either one.
correct. But he ruled out Tyrod Taylor's on an injury, correct?
Yes.
But
He
they was
ruled him
running.
out.
What the thing is they ran Lamar out there. He's running the practice squad. He's a full participant in practice, and then you don't play him as he's hurt.
Right.
Now,
then you put him down as hurt and not going to play.
yeah.
You can't do that. Nope. They said they're going to get some fines, some consequences for doing that.
And I don't put nothing past the Harbaugh brothers to cheat.
No, I don't like neither one of them. Everybody else loves them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Just like Belichick, I always say, good coaches, right?
Yeah. If you ain't
But
cheating,
I
you ain't
ain't,
trying.
I ain't never trusted freaking Jim Harbaugh
Nah, he's
everywhere
been cheating
everywhere
everywhere.
he's went.
Yeah.
He done got into it with the front office after a
Or
couple of
cheated.
years. Cheated, front office, whatever. So I ain't never liked them Harbaughs for the most part. So, but yeah, they're gonna get fined, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, and they said, Billups, they said, now, this is a known thing. And I met a dude, he said that happened to him. He knows these players, he be playing poker. There's a white dude from Philly. He said the same thing happened to him. And he said that, and this is what Franchise was saying, they'll use debate. Debate's going to be a big name athlete or a star, musician, a rapper, so then now me and Diesel will be coming to the game like, yeah, man, I'm playing with Derrick Rose, you know what I mean? Derrick Rose playing tonight, and I got a chance to, take some of his money. So Derrick Rose is debait, and they call you the fish. And then everybody else at the table is all part of the scam. And they using technology. They said they was using dealers, the electronic
Automatic
dealer
shufflers.
machine.
Automatic shufflers.
Count
Yeah.
the cards. And they said the table had technology in it where they was looking at it through
you could see under it.
Yeah.
They put the device inside the shuffler where the shuffler knows what hands are gonna win already.
Crazy.
But it gives you the ability to see the cards. You know the cards, and they're relaying the signal to a player or players at the table.
Yeah.
And they know what's coming out. And by the
Yeah.
end of the night, if you got 2 pros or 3 pros at that table and they're not in on it, they're the marks who y'all trying to get.
Yes.
They not gonna win by the end of the night.
Yeah, but a real good player, they know when something's funny's going on.
Yeah.
Because they know the odds of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they said Diesel that they had the back of the cards marked. So now they can look through. I guess they was wearing some glasses or something to fizz. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, I'm glad I don't play poker because I would have been wide open out there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Michael Jordan here tonight. I'd have been smoking cigars and drinking his shit.
And they
You know
say
what I
that
mean?
Billups is in on both of those. He's in on the cards and on the NBA.
But he got in debt. They be getting in debt, bro. They be owing money gambling.
Yeah, it's now a lot of the other players' names that are coming out, they were victims. They weren't in on it.
Correct.
I think somebody said Kevin Garnett.
What's his name? The
what's his
beard.
name?
The beard got taken. The
The
beard.
who was that? Oh,
Houston.
Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just but they just was playing poker at the table, but they wasn't in on it. They was
Right.
getting hustled. So
They was the fish.
yeah. So yeah, you start doing that type of stuff, man.
Man, that dude I was talking to, he said those people should be killed. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He was a professional poker player. He was like, man, anybody doing that type of shit should be murdered. He's from Philly. He might have been in the mafia.
But that right there, something like that, like what we're saying.
Yeah.
You cannot be if you haven't been put in the Hall of Fame, or if you were, you should be kicked out.
Yeah.
If it's dealing with basketball.
Yeah. Not if it's a poker game.
Not right, not the poker. But in his case, he's the basketball part and the poker part.
Yeah.
So you should be kicked out of basketball forever. As far as the NBA. and not
Yeah.
able to do anything related, coaching or
Announcing.
whatever. Yeah. I mean, if you want to go coach little high schoolers after that, so be it.
If they want to hire
if
you.
they want to hire you,
Because you're going to be gambling on that shit.
But anything else, nah, man, you done messed up the integrity of the game. And I mean, you can have, and it's interesting when you said the overs, because if a player goes and says, "Hey, man," and he tells people, "What's my over under tonight? 28." Man, I think I'm gonna score 35. But that's no guarantee.
Correct.
Right? That you just
Unless
haven't
he's other people are involved.
Right.
The guy he's playing against is involved or something like that.
To allow him to do it.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But that would be like the whole other team, and that's a whole different ballgame.
And that's what Franchise said. The more people you got involved in your little scheme, the more likely it is you're going to get caught because one of them going to get popped and they're going to start snitching. You think Gilbert Arenas, when he came off them court steps after he got caught up for running the poker scam allegedly because it's still pending, and he's like, "I'm snitching." Mother Gilbert, I think he's retarded because, man, the mob don't like all that shit. They said he was working with the mob.
You know, Arenas, man, he some ways to me he seems kind of weirdo at times. He's jailhouse. If you ever listen to him talk, and when I say jailhouse, I use that term for people who are just kind of like loud and don't know it at times. Like their hearing ain't quite up to par, and they can't tell how loud they talk. So you ever talk to somebody fresh out the joint?
Yeah.
And when they talking to you, they be talking real loud, but they right here. You're like, "Man, what's wrong with you, man? I'm standing right here." And so I just started adopting that term, jailhouse. So he's one of them people that's jailhouse loud.
But he was homeless too when he was in high school, him and his dad, so it could have affected him.
Well, hey, however, I mean, it ain't like I'm saying you a jailhouse person.
No,
I use that term to describe anybody that talks rather loud
or got a hearing. So he would have been.
Can't realize.
So he would have been in the slow classes. At Ray, if you were on there screaming, they would have put like you got a hearing problem. They wouldn't even tested your hearing, just gave you a hearing aid and threw your ass in there. Well, I'm saying, bro, he said he was snitching, bro. Like, I don't know, but this is what happens. That's how the feds work. Man, they get people who they know ain't built for that federal penitentiary. And they'll get them to talking. They said James Harden was snitched on Big U.
Did he?
James Harden got taken. He's part. This is you look it up on YouTube. WAC 100 came out and had the paperwork allegedly, and they talking about informant number such and such, professional basketball player. They said it was Harden got taken at a couple poker games for a lot of money. Then Big U, Harden's supposed to be a blood, but then Big U supposed to be a Crip allegedly. He said, "Harden, I'm gonna get your money back." You know, they be setting these guys up. He got his money back, charged him a fee for it. And they said Harden is allegedly testifying.
They said it was all part of the play anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was all part of
Gilbert Arenas issue. I ain't even paid attention to that. That was like because to me, it was just like, well, he was the place where they played at. They used
it was his
place
house
to play. So I don't look into that at all unless, of course, if you want to play at his house, you figure like, "Hey man, can we use your house and give you X amount of dollars to play here?"
Correct. A, that's illegal, but B, I think it was the cheating though. They're using him to bring in rich players and then they're cheating them.
Well, I don't know. I didn't look into Arenas' case that deep. Because I just thought it was just like, "Hey man, he let some people, let them use his house."
Well, that's
his. They paid him like some money.
That's his story. His story is, I was just renting the house out or something he was saying, but the feds ain't arresting him on that. They know something.
Yeah, a lot of times they can arrest you with you not really being the mark or the target.
Correct. They want to get you yapping
to see if you gonna tell on the person they want you to tell on.
Correct.
But I don't really know too much on his case, but this case here, when they do a national press conference, because they didn't do one for Arenas.
No,
that wasn't like no national press conference. I think
the
that was
director of the FBI.
Yeah, and they got like these people been doing this with organized crime figures, and they mentioning those crime families. That's big. That's
But
big.
is it just the nigga basketball associate? Yeah, they mentioned the 4 families, bro. We don't even talk about them on this show.
Yeah,
But
that's
they named
big.
them. That's
Yeah.
But if all I gotta do is say I was afraid, man. But so are you saying? Do you think this is just bigger than the Negro Basketball Association? Do you think the Negro Football League, or how about the Major League Baseball? Why they ain't on their ass? They don't cheat.
Man,
Is that
they
what you're
might,
trying to tell me? They don't cheat. College
man,
players ain't cheating.
man, please, the old boy from Goodfellas. That's what you didn't
Yeah,
when he told the FBI agent when he was busting him for when they busted him for drug selling,
yeah,
Henry Hill.
yeah.
And the FBI agent said, well, he started rambling, talking about stuff. And then he goes, what are you talking about? The point shaving for the college games or something? And he was like, what? They didn't even know nothing about it. He's talking about Boston College and all these
Yeah, but
games where
Henry
they
Hill
was
he was on a bender too. He was off. He was paranoid.
but you start talking,
Yeah,
and
they had no sleep.
they uncovered that point shaving incident where they was making money that way. So
that's what I'm saying. You think it's just gonna stop at the league, bro, or NFL, man? We've been saying it, and y'all think I'm a conspiracy theorist. I have no doubt in my mind those refs who are part-time, underpaid, they on the take.
Remember me and Ace was on here complaining about that Auburn Georgia game and how they were messing up. They done suspended that whole crew.
Did they?
They can't work another SEC game. They said out of like 12 penalties that they reviewed, like 9 of them were
shit calls,
wrong calls. So
why
that
they
dude,
don't do that in the Bears games?
I don't know. I don't know the NFL's process, but that dude and his crew, they can't ref another SEC game.
Man, they need to do it in the Bears, but we keep taking it up the butt. It's Chicago, man. I think because it's Chicago, man, you know, we ain't gonna mention these families. We never talk about them in Chicago, but I think the fix always be on for our sports teams. That's why the Cubs ain't winning 1,000 years. The under. You got to bet the under, and you'll be rich in Chicago. That's why Jordan dad got killed, because Jordan didn't play that shit.
It's something. I don't know.
The under. That's why the White Sox be losing, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Lodi High Football said, Melon Smasher. Pick up Melon Smasher. I ain't seen you in a minute. Caleb, last 4 starts, 2 TD passes, 2 interceptions on 130 pass attempts, 29 TD passes in 24 games. 9 of his 24 starts without a TD is 37.5% starts. That's pretty terrible, bro.
Hey man, I don't care what his stats are. I've had enough.
But he's laying it out there for you.
No, again, the stats.
I know you go by eye
to an
test.
extent.
Yeah.
If I'm watching this person and I keep seeing these deficiencies, and we're winning, and inevitably your deficiencies gonna get exposed.
Yeah, we was winning with Trubisky.
It happens with every team.
Yeah.
When people keep pointing out, hey man, they may be winning, but they're not doing this. Like the Eagles.
Yeah, but with Justin, they say wins and losses
like
are a quarterback stat.
No, but like the Eagles, they were doing all of that, and it was like, hey man, they ain't really throwing the ball or running the ball good. They winning off their special teams and making occasional plays, right? What happened? They ended up losing 2 in a row. So if you watch games, like even Fields, if Fields would have been playing decent, I would have been like, hey man, nah, he's not the issue. And so that's what you want it to be. Like, hey, we know that this player isn't the issue for our downfalls or what's keeping us from moving forward. So then you move to the people who you feel are the issues. But to me, he's a big enough part that's an issue that we need to start considering doing something else.
Well, I would agree with that. Melon Smasher says, Caleb's 3 good games in his Bears career. He's got 3 good games out of 24. I feel like he's got more than 3.
No, he's got more than that, but
right.
that don't matter right now. What matters is that he is the main reason that our offense ain't putting up points because we
Man,
got
it
the
is a
run
good
game
question.
fixed. We got the run game fixed.
Uh-huh.
The line is fixed. The part is that he seems to be the common denominator for problems with the offense. We can't have it. I'm done with him.
I know, no, and so he's got 20 total. No, that was last year. So I think he's got 29 touchdowns versus 9 picks in his career so far. So I mean, you know, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that
It's not consistent enough. It's not consistent enough to be able to say he's not the issue when our offense struggles. Yeah, do every quarterback have a bad game here and there? Yeah, sure, man. But his inconsistency leads you to always be looking at, did he have a good game or not? And
Sports Illustrated on his ass, bro. They just dropped an article 3 hours ago. Another Caleb Williams dud should be deeply troubling for Bears fans. Sports Illustrated don't be doing this type of shit.
yeah, it's already been troubling for me.
It's far too soon to close the book on Caleb, but the ending is shaping up to be a bad one. Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is all I was saying. I was saying if you're going to move off Justin, you better get the quarterback right. And I even remember saying you might as well just roll with Bilbo because I was so pissed off at the whole notion. Just start Tyson fucking Bays and give him a chance while we build this roster up. And then if we need to move off Tyson, then we can draft our next quarterback, let him sit there, hold the clipboard, you know what I mean, for a year or two, however long it took, and then we can have our guy. And I said, if your boy King Poles gets this wrong, that's it. Because the narrative was this is the best to save his job. Every GM gets his own QB.
He should be gone.
His key card shouldn't even work. He shouldn't even be given a phone call because he don't like to take calls anyway to let him know that he's been fired. He should show up and swipe that thing. And security should come to the door like, no.
He should be gone. If he gets benched or does they pick a games where and it's because his play, Poles gotta go.
He gotta go.
He
can't be in charge of finding us a quarterback.
No, not at all. You had your chance. You blew it.
Well, he listened to the national media. Everybody's saying this
That's
kid
his
was
fault.
generational.
You don't do that.
I know.
You don't do, and it definitely in the way he did it. It'd be different if he interviewed like 5 guys and he was like, "Hey man,
wouldn't it?
I'm kind of I got my decision made, but it's a tough decision." That'd been different because you really thinking on who to go with. He never did that. He went head first into a brick wall.
And he didn't consider moving down. And when you look at Drake May balling, and you look at Jaden Daniels balling, but he's just been hurt this season. You got to consider all of that.
Even he's starting to come back. Bo
Nix.
No, not Nix. What's his name? He's starting to play better again. Stroud, CJ.
Oh yeah, CJ Stroud ball today. We didn't talk to, and the dude we played last week, low key looked better than Caleb. He had some turnovers, but at least damn.
Rattler.
Yeah, he wasn't scared to throw the goddamn ball.
No, he wasn't scared at all.
You know?
No fear at all. And that's what I think, man. Caleb, it's like his nervous system ain't fully developed. It's like his nerves just be getting the best of him, and
he's too. I'm not going to throw an interception conscious because when he came in here and said he patterns his game after Aaron Rodgers, when everybody could clearly see, no, man, you're more like a Mahomes. If he was more trying to play more wide open like Mahomes and Josh Allen, he might be a better player. But in his head, he wants to do it like Rodgers, but he's nowhere near as accurate as Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. He's
his
not.
skill set, you're going to have 10 interceptions a year, and we would be okay with it. But on top of that, you should have about 30, 35 touchdown passes, 5 touchdown runs. This is what we thought we were going to be getting out of this kid. I didn't know he was going to be a pussy.
His accuracy and inability to throw with anticipation consistently, that's his biggest flaws for me. He can read defenses. The problem is he trying to look for the big play on every play.
Every play. You know you got a guy coming up the gut. The running back's got to be wide open for a 15, 20-yard fucking game, man. I'm going to get it to Rome. I'm going to get it to Rome. I told you, Caleb's the bottom and Rome's the top. Now, I don't know Rome's proclivities, but if he does have proclivities, he's a topper, and our fucking quarterback's about. Now, to your point, I wouldn't care what he was, but at least he's got to be a damn topper if you're going to be a quarterback for the Chicago Bears. We got a bottomer.
Man, I don't know what he got. He's full of shit. That's what he is. He's straight full of crap. With the way he's been playing, man, his accuracy hasn't improved. His throwing with touch hasn't improved.
He's throwing with touch, all right.
And his throwing with anticipation hasn't improved. Those were the main 3 things I seen last season that I was like, I hope he can improve on. But I seen Lamar improve on all 3 of those things.
And Josh Allen.
And Josh Allen from the first time they came in the league. They both didn't have it at all.
Yeah.
He had more of that in his rookie year than they did.
His ego.
But he hasn't improved, bro. So, and this your second season, and you still doing the same shit.
And another thing I wanted to see improve is his leadership.
That ain't never really showed up in the first damn place.
I know, but I want to see.
He's on another planet, and all his other teammates is on the moon, close to that planet.
Yes. His motivational skills. I never see him encouraging anyone.
No. Never.
You'll see him when he scored a touchdown. I see him do a little celebration or something, but I don't see him running down there and high-fiving somebody. You see these other quarterbacks, they're all in, bro. Pat Mahomes run his ass all the way down there.
I don't know. Just real frustrating, but
he's more like Russell Wilson, I think, than he's kind of aloof like Aaron Rodgers. He is kind of aloof. But again, Aaron Rodgers is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's Aaron Rodgers was accurate.
Yeah.
He could throw the ball with the anticipation.
Yes.
He could read defenses, throw it with anticipation, and he was accurate.
Yeah.
So all of that other shit.
And he was mobile early in his career.
Yeah, he was mobile, and all of that.
And he was tough. You know what I mean? He cared.
He could win games, and he actually would lead his players on the sideline and stuff like that.
And he
controlled the line. He knew how to get them up there.
Yes.
He knew how to snap it, draw them off sides, and take a deep shot. You don't see this from this dude.
Do you see the potential of all of that from him?
No, ain't no damn potential with that shit.
All right.
No,
I'm not ready. Once again, I'm going to be a homer.
The potential I see from him is his strong arm and his ability to scramble in the pocket. He's better than Rodgers at that. He don't
even do that right.
I'm surprised he took that many sacks last year because he's a scramble mode in the pocket. It's hard to sack him.
He believed when they told him last year, you can't do none of that shit you was doing in college. I never agreed with that. You just can't do it every down. You can't do it against every player. Know your personnel. If that's Aaron Donald out there, that little shit you was doing in college to get around those bumps, don't pull it. Know your personnel. But so, bro, he overcorrected. Man, if you go back and watch his college highlights, bro, he'd have a D lineman shake them out of their draws, bro. Even linebackers. He had that wiggle to his game. I don't see any of this anymore. He went from hero ball to zero ball.
And weirdo ball. That's exactly what it is.
So the W is for weirdo. You're going to put a W on his chest.
W.
And tell him it's for winner.
Give me that C.
Yeah. This is for winner. Yeah.
Then look
All right.
behind, speak to the coordinators. Weirdo.
Everybody laugh when he comes in the locker room thinking it
Yeah.
means a winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This the poll, then we're going to get to the final words. But see, that line changed. But the Bears were 6.5-point dogs versus Ravens. Who you got? 25% picked the Ray Ravens. 67% picked Nails and the Bears. Even though, look at that picture I got. See that picture I put up there? And they still voted for him. And I voted for him too. Look at that picture. Because Chicago don't care all of a sudden. Something went crazy when I left the city. I don't know what it is. I think it's the Kamala Harris effect. But y'all like all this shit now. So look at that. All right, 67%. And then unsure, rubbing my bum on the fence. Was that you, DJ? Diesel? You was unsure about this game?
About what? No, I said the Ravens were going to win it.
Yeah. All right, you did. And I changed it up. I had the Ravens initially. I thought Caleb was going to have a good Caleb game, and I was wrong.
I just know how the character, the overall thing with this team, and how they've been playing. If the turnovers out the door is closed.
If you're going to close the door, bro, you might as well start Tyson next week. Let him get all the reps and let him go on the road to the Bengals. And let's see what happens. He win that, bring him to a home game. Boom, that's 2 straight. You know what I mean? You might as well do it next week. I'm doing it more to light a fire under him and let him know this is a business. You ain't too far gone to see that, is you?
Hey, I'm with that. Sit him for a game or two. And if they didn't ball, then he might have to sit for 2 games.
Mess around and lose his job, that's fine. But yes. All right. Well, bro, great show, man. Go ahead. Give me your final words, bro. I got the executive producer in my ear.
Oh, okay. Final words. I'm done with Caleb. I don't think he's going to improve to the point where he can be our quarterback for the next 10 years. I know they're not going to just give up on him. So
one thing I'm going to tell y'all about Diesel, when he moves off a quarterback, he moves off of him.
So I hope that, I'm going to conflict this spot because I want the Bears to win, but I would like nothing more if we're not going to win next week to have him struggle to where they got to make a decision to bench him for a game or so. So I want to see another quarterback that knows this offense. I know Tyson knows the offense. And
Ben Johnson said he knows the offense in week 1.
I know. And I want to see him start at a home game from the Bears. So if we're not going to win next week, I hope Caleb struggles so I can get my wish to see somebody else starting at home and see how they do. But I'm off of him. I just don't think he can turn around these things that he has this wrong. And even when Jay Cutler came, I had some of the same problems with Caleb I have with Jay Cutler. He throwing off of the wrong foot. He didn't throw with anticipation. He knew how to read defenses or whatever.
But he would predetermine where he was going with that ball.
But he would predetermine most of the time where he goes with the ball. You don't see him looking. You see good quarterbacks, they look off people, come back to this person, but they don't just throw it.
Because they know the whole offense.
Yes. And I haven't seen that from him. And I'm done with Caleb. I ain't done with the Bears, but I'm done with him. So we'll see what happens next week.
Well, we're going to book that. What is today's date? October 26th. Diesel is officially moved off Nails, a.k.a. Halter Top, a.k.a. Caleb Williams. Go ahead, bro.
Dang. Something sound like a big-time gunshot outside. So I'm done with him. So
I told you there's going to be some shooting after Bayzoo, but go ahead, bro.
We'll see what happens next week, and we'll go from there. Because where that would be for down the road, like I said, hopefully if Beijing gets a shot and he can perform, then that means we got us a discounted quarterback. And it ain't nothing. I'm sure he'll be loyal to us signing him to any type of an extension if he performs well, because we gave him a premature one already. So, but yeah, I want to see somebody else back there. That's it. I'm out.
Hey, them was great final words. You get to watch the Aaron Rodgers Bowl, man. They just started against the
Yeah, I'm about to
Steelers.
watch them, and they got the damn Steelers looking like cheeseheads. These bright yellow uniforms with the yellow helmets. They look like cheeseheads as opposed to Steelers.
Yeah, 0-0. And you see the Broncos beat the Cowboys 44-22. Didn't we have that score last? Oh, 44-24. All right. I need to get some new glasses. I literally do. So, hey, great final words, though, bro.
All right, man. I'm out, man. Let me catch this game.
Can we get an FGB out of you before you bounce out?
No, sir. You can get the F referees.
Right. Yeah, go ahead and watch your beloved cheese heads, man. You go ahead and watch that damn game. FGB for anybody listen. All right, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. All right, so and bear down, y'all. Great final words by this guy. Me, I haven't moved off of him. I don't know if I've ever moved on Caleb. I know I'm flip-flopping on this, y'all. I just knew we were going to be here. This is what I literally said. I said all the stuff we were taking Justin through, he was getting through the growing pains. The city loved him. That we were going to be right back here with Caleb. You know, as a Bears fan, we just keep getting quarterbacks and we just keep moving off of them. You know, but the quarterbacks we should get, we don't want Lamar Jackson because the narrative says he's not going to be the national narrative says he can't play football in the NFL. So we don't want to draft him. Patty Mahomes, we had no interest in him. Jalen Hurts, the national narrative said he can't get us a Super Bowl. So, and these are really people, pretty sure I didn't say Pat Mahomes, but I know during the draft, I said, man, we should have taken Lamar Jackson. I know during the draft, I said we should have taken Jalen Hurts. I know this 100%. So we have a skill in the city of Chicago of picking the wrong asshole to be our quarterback. Trubisky, we moved up one spot. Just one spot. Had to have our guy. And the team, San Francisco, above us, had their guy. But we were so afraid that they were going to take a quarterback or maybe trade down. We just couldn't wait. Because we had to have this guy who nobody else fucking wanted. Okay? Trubisky. Gave up a haul to get him. All right, y'all. That's a wrap on today's episode. I've had about enough beers for today. Where we unraveled the media's fixation on JF1, Justin Fields, exposed the shadows lurking behind the National Basketball Association's polished surface, and dissected the symbolic fallout from the Bears' loss to the Ravens. These aren't just sports stories. These are mythic battles, cultural flashpoints, and narrative chess matches playing out in real time. As we look ahead to the Bears at Bengals, the stakes feel heavier than the standings suggest. Will the Rack rise from the ashes or sink deeper into the symbolic swamp of defeat? We'll be watching not just the scoreboard, but the subtext, the body language, the coaching choices, and the national and local media spin. Because this ain't that network. Remember, this pod ain't just about stats and scores. It's about decoding the deeper patterns, the archetypes, and the conspiracies that shape how we experience spots. Whether it's mafia whispers in the National Basketball Association or quarter-black crucifixions in the National Football League. We're here to peel back the layers. Till next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and keep your third eye on the field. The game is never just a game. The game's always on, and we'll be here to call it like we see it. This ain't just content, it's connection, and it means more because all y'all are with us. So stay locked in. We appreciate your support and enthusiasm for this pod. If you have any more questions or need further information, feel free to ask. Drop a comment below. Stay tuned, stay passionate, bear down, and as always, until next time, FGB. And for y'all don't know, that means F Green Bay. And I hope they lose today. That'll make me feel a lot better. Karen, can you take us out of here, Karen? Karen.
Put a shovel in the ground.
Breaking my heart, man.
Yeah.
Breaking my heart. You guys gonna get your little suburban stadium and your little you probably have halter top night, fingernail paint night. You get your fingernails painted.
I'm not going out there, man. I go watch them out of town before I go to damn out of town.
All right. You find yourself sliding through. You might be in LA. On Florence and Normandy. Hey, homie. Hey, man, come here. You better. You might be in Chicago. Woo! Dipping down Ashley. You better. Chill back. Check your six. Double check that blind spot. Use that blind spot assist. TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN. Guard your grill. TATN. Mouthpiece included. TATN. Bear down. TATN. Bear down. Knuckle up. TATN. Mouthpiece included. And don't forget
it, baby.
And don't forget to.
Whatever you do, don't forget it. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, butterfly.
Forget to bring your mouthpiece.
For sure. Don't forget it.
TATN.